What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along, and today it is Newcastle against Arsenal from St James's Park, and a big game in, well, the race for top four for maybe Newcastle and potentially a title push from Arsenal. A very, very difficult game, and listen, one of the most difficult away grounds to probably go to in the Premier League. We did win here last season, so we have to take some heart from that. But a very, very tough game nonetheless. And big up to everyone tuned in. Make sure you like the video. We are in subscriber-only mode, so it's VIP settings, red carpet business. If you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button and join the party, people. Listen, it may not be a party during the 90 minutes, though. Hope for the best. Prepare for the worst. I'll say it louder for those at the back. Hope for the best. Prepare for the worst. The midfield is scary hours once again, people. I'm telling you, last year I called Xhaka and El Neni the Chuckle Brothers. I would take the Chuckle Brothers in this midfield right now, people. Let's go through the Arsenal lineup. David Raya returns in goal. No surprise there. Ramsdale did himself no favours the other day. The back four, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu plays ahead of Zinchenko, of course. Zinchenko defensively at the moment is all over the place. Declan Rice, my friend. Get that guy a Lucozade Sport. Get him a massage. Get him whatever that guy needs, get it for him, because he is babysitting today, people. Jorginho and Havertz in midfield with Declan Rice. I mean, please, was Wednesday night not enough? 2 of the 3 from Wednesday night start again. This is Newcastle away with Joe Linton and Bruno Gomes. But anyway, let's stay calm. Jorginho started last season against Newcastle when we beat them. So, as I said, hope for the best, prepare for the worst, people. That's all I can offer you right now. The midfield, it's not quite a bagel. You know, there's a bit of... Declan Rice is going to have to do that whole midfield. The front three, Gabriel Martinelli, Eddie Nketiah, and Bukayo Saka. I mean, listen, Eddie was a shambles the other day, but he scored a hat-trick last week against Sheffield United. You know, he was always going to play. Whether you're an Eddie fan or not, he was always going to play. And just to add insult to injury, people... Jorginho is apparently the captain today. I'm sorry. And listen, I have a little moan about Arsenal. I do. You know I do. But for me, Jorginho wearing the captain's armband is absolutely disgusting. And some people may say, doesn't matter, it's not that big a deal. He plays for Arsenal, he's experienced, he gets the armband. This guy, I have to repeat, this guy stood on the Emirates pitch with Tammy Abraham and was trolling, saying, once a blue, always a blue. London is blue. And he ends up at Arsenal and we're giving him the armband. He should never be Arsenal captain. Give it to Gabriel. Give it to Declan Rice. I mean, they gave it to Saka last week. But listen, it is what it is, people. For me, because some people I've been saying things on Twitter and people are saying, well, who did you want him to play? Well, for me... Zinchenko and Trossard, even El Neni. I would have... Zinchenko and Trossard, for me, I would have rather seen them two rather than Jorginho and Havertz, genuinely. I've said for a long time, I think Trossard can be a good player in that number 8 role, but we never play him there. We play him left wing. This team concerns me. If we win this game, I'll be over the moon. The Arsenal bench, Ramsdale, Hines, Cedric, Zinchenko, Kivior, Nelson, Trossard, El Neni, and Fabio. I am calling him Fabio again, people. I'm sorry. Yeah, give Win the armband. At least she cares about Arsenal. Well, probably the cuddles and walks that she gets from the players. So I'm concerned. That midfield definitely worries me. Jorginho, Havertz, and Eddie starting. I mean, I'm in pain, bro. I'm in pain. I haven't even put out the pre-game tweet yet about that about that team, but don't worry, that grenade's dropping soon. Just take the hint and put Zinchenko in midfield. Says Callum. Yeah, he plays centre midfield for Ukraine. He is a midfielder. Don't get caught up in this Manchester City thing. Oh, he was a left back at City. Even Delph played left back for City. It's City. They're not a normal team. It's not. So they should have played Zinni in midfield. Premier League scores so far. Obviously, we are live. Man United won 1-0. Brentford are beating West Ham 3-2. Pity we couldn't beat them. Palace are beating Burnley 1-0. Everton beating Brighton 1-0. Man City winning 5-1. Haaland came off injured at half-time, which is interesting. Sheffield United beating Wolves 1-0. But listen, this game is a big game. A very, very big game. Let's get into some of the headline news, people. 2,000 of you in the chat already. Let's start with this. I feel like I start every game now with a bit of a moan-up. Yeah, Brighton have just equalised, by the way. Ashley Young own goal. Martin Odegaard is out injured. Now, what's confusing, and obviously you can get injured at any time. I understand that. Martin Odegaard sat down on the bench last weekend against Sheffield United. Didn't come on. Apparently had a slight hip problem, but was fit enough to be on the bench in case we needed him. He comes on for about 15 minutes against West Ham midweek at 3-0. We're 3-0 down. He's got a hip issue, and you bring him on at 3-0 down. Fair enough, he comes on and he scores. Great. We're thinking Odegaard back in the team today. Bang. Injured. Misses the game today. Misses the game. I mean, the hips don't lie, as Nimbo said. As Shakira. Oh, don't you know? Let me not hit them high notes. It could be a long day at the office. It's Newcastle away. Jorginho's wearing the armband and Havertz is in midfield in the double pivot. It's wild. But the hips definitely don't lie. The hips mash up right now. The brother came on for 15 minutes and mashed up the hip and he's out injured. So it's crazy, people. It is crazy. If we win this game, I'll be shocked. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'll be shocked if we win with that midfield. But, you know, well, let's see. Maybe I'm getting carried away. I put Doku today. Goal, assist. 4 assists and 1 goal. It's unbelievable. If you got him in your fantasy team, you are cleaning up. Akeem, my bro, said, get Arteta out. I'm sick of him. Woof. The clip's being let off, people. People aren't happy, man. People aren't happy. The hips don't lie. The brother wasn't fully fit. You brought him on. Now he's injured. Make it make sense. I told you, we train on a car park. Man City 6-1. Ake. No surprise. I'm surprised they even conceded a goal. But yeah, people. A lot of you in the chat. Where's Martin Odegaard? Odegaard's injured. He's mash up. As Thomas said, we are Shakira. We are Shakira FC. The hips don't lie. And, yeah, Odegaard's mash up, people. So, big Champions League game midweek at home against Sevilla. We got injuries. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. But, hey, here's what it is. Win the game, things calm down. That is for sure. Let me read out these super chats. Aiden said Odegaard ghosted so much, he's actually disappeared. No one can find him, people. The hips mash up and he's disappeared. Big up Aiden. Fitz said we are going to lose. Awful. Fitz nice and optimistic. Listen, speak your truth, bro. I always say it. Speak your truth, people. Big up Fitz. C-Law, thank you for the super chat. Said, I'm convinced Mikel is using fans as some Truman Show experiment. 180 mil that midfield cost. Brown paper envelopes all over the gaff. Big up Big C and the community. Big up yourself. It's a great point. This midfield today is £180 million. So if it doesn't perform, what does that tell you about the money that's been spent? Obviously, Declan Rice is quality, but the other two are just... Bagel FC. Alexander, this is our biggest game of the season, except for Man City. This is where we see whether we are the real deal this season. Watchers get pumped. I mean, 2 years ago, this game was the game where I ripped the shirt. It was too much. As I always said, Callum Wilson's tooth hanging out, and then he scored. It was way too much. The shirt had to rip. I was done. We bottled top 4 to Tottenham. But last season, we actually went there and won 2-0 and played well, so you never know. And Jorginho did start that game. So, well, let's see. Let's see. Jerome said, good morning, Big C in the community. J20, Killer Kai and Eddie, kill the stream vibes. You look at the lineup and you're like, it's 2024 in less than 2 months. And I'm watching an Arsenal team with Jorginho as captain, which I think is a disgrace. He wears the armband. Kai Havertz, who's done absolutely nothing, and Eddie leading the line. You think you're in a time machine. Like, I'm telling you, one day someone's jumping out of a camera and going to say it was a social experiment. It's the Truman Show Part 2. Juan said, big up Big C, relying on your commentary. Stuck at work today, bro. By the way, this season so far isn't looking good. Big up to you, bro. I'll do my best to commentate. Brian, Brooklyn in the building. He said, big up C Unit. Pep Jr. got a fine formation 44 today. Praying for a draw. Man, I'm praying for a point, people. It's mad. I'm here for all three. We got to go 3-point collect. Go for 3 or go home. A point wouldn't be bad, though. I can't lie. 6 million said we got 4 players in Jesus, Partey, Odegaard and ESR who I feel are being poorly handled by the medical team. Their injuries seem avoidable to me. I mean, listen, some people were blaming the medical team for Timber's injury, saying that he shouldn't have come back on the pitch in the second half. But without facts, it's difficult to blame people. Jerome said, is Arteta trying to get sacked? Maybe he's got debts. Maybe he's had enough. Maybe he wants to be sacked. Oh, that guy Sports Arsenal said, hello, Big C. You may remember from last week. I told you about my granddad falling. Just wanted to let you know he sadly passed away later that day. Thank you, Big C, for cheering me up a bit. Listen, thoughts go out to you and your family, bro. Appreciate the fact that you even feel up to tuning in. Hopefully I can lift your spirits. But knowing Arsenal, I wouldn't bank on it, bro. But, hey, thoughts go out to you and your family, bro. Big up for the support on the channel as well. And I'm sure the community will echo that. LB said, I'm behind the sofa for this one. I might need the sunglasses. I might have to put my sunglasses on. It's crazy. Arsenal are potentially in a title race, yet it doesn't feel enjoyable because it feels like we've seen this movie before and we know what's going to happen. That's the unfortunate thing about it, you know. But we'll have to see, you know. Part-time Partey said, big up Big C in the community. Harry said, we're getting cooked today. Yeah, well, you never know. Hope for the best. As I say, hope for the best. Big up Fitz, who says, big up to that guy. Big up. Look, I appreciate everyone in the comments, obviously, showing their condolences to a guy who's part of the community, of course. Couple of milestones today. Nothing to get excited about. Ben White has 100 appearances for Arsenal today. He actually defended quite well when he's here, look like that. Since he's turned into the Silver Fox, he's been an absolute disgrace. He got cooked midweek as well. And but listen, he had a good season last year. I still think we need another right back. I do. I would like to see a more attacking right back to compete with him. But listen, he's done well. At centre-back, I wasn't completely convinced. At right-back, he's done well. Let me not disrespect him. The second guy who makes his 100th appearance today, if you're looking at the screen, I'm just going to take a sip of my drink. Edward, you're number 14. Your striker, not mine, yours. You might say not yours either, but he's someone's. You're number 14, you're 100 grand a week striker, you're England international. Your defence is in trouble when this guy's in the room, apparently. I don't know what defence. Maybe Sheffield United's, maybe Colchester or Barnet or Leyton Orient. But I doubt very much that the Newcastle centre-backs are quivering in the changing room at the thought of playing against Edward. But, yeah, somehow he's made 100 appearances in an Arsenal shirt, which I find quite astonishing. I just hope, and I'm going to keep it 100, people. You know me, I don't mix it. I hope he doesn't reach the next 100. You know, that better be it. I don't want to see 100 and... I want to see 110. Like, end it. End the stream, Dave. January, just stop it. If he makes 200, I'm convinced I'll be in big trouble on this channel if I have to watch him for another 100 games. Cut off the phone bill. No more phone calls. 100 games. I don't know how many goals it is, but I know it's not a lot. What I do know is he hasn't scored for 18 away games. 18, yeah, that's right. If he doesn't score today, it will be 19, which will be half a Premier League season without an away goal. I mean, I don't know what to say. But hey, prove me wrong, Eddie. Prove me wrong. Havertz scores today, says Shay. I mean, I say that every week. This could be the game that turns around his Arsenal career. Kai Havertz. This will be the game that he scores and changes things. And then by the end of the game, I'm like, it ain't going to be the game that changes things. He's done exactly the same as before. A lot of the games about to finish. Manchester City are 6-1 up against Bournemouth. That game is pretty much done. Doku has got 1, Bernardo 2, Akanji 1, Foden and Ake. They did exactly what we expected them to. I can't even believe Bournemouth scored a goal, to be honest. Everton have drawn 1-1 with Brighton. Palace beat Burnley 2-0. Brentford are about to win 3-2. And Sheffield United Wolves is 1-1. Listen, this is a very tough game and a game that we need to win, that is for sure. Alexander said our squad is in a complete mess. We need a left-back, 2 centre-mids, a left winger and a striker. And, of course, get rid of 6 or 7 players. I think we do need a left-back. We do definitely need centre-mids. Probably a right winger instead of a left. I would say on the left, Martinelli, Trossard is enough. On the right, you need somebody to compete with Saka. Striker is just a no-brainer. And you're right, we do need half a dozen players out. Dylan said, screw it, Big C, I'm saying it. We want Granit Xhaka. I mean, Granit Xhaka's currently top of the Bundesliga, I think. So, yeah, we'd take him back, that's for sure, with open arms. You never know what you've got until it's gone, they say. And all of a sudden, Granit Xhaka looks like a world beater when I'm having to watch Jorginho in midfield and Kai Havertz. We actually downgraded. We're the only person you've ever met that went into the phone shop and came out with a downgrade. Do you know what I mean? We've got an iPhone 4. We've gone back to a BlackBerry Messenger when no one's got BlackBerry Messenger anymore. We're pinging people and no one's got it. It's crazy. You know what I mean? What is it now? iPhone 14, 15? We've turned up with a BlackBerry Messenger that nobody uses. It's crazy. We've gone in the phone shop and downgraded. Swapped our Granit Xhaka for a Jorginho and a Havertz. We've been absolutely scammed. It's crazy. Zamir said, pick up Curtis, brother. We are playing with Jorginho and Havertz in the middle. I think we're going to get smoked today. I don't see winning. Listen, Zamir, I'm with you. As I keep saying, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. The hope is... yes, I'm hopeful. Yes, I am hopeful for today. Faith Evans settings, people. What film was that? I always forget. Samuel L. Jackson, the basketball film. You know what I'm Coach Carter, there we go. Coach Carter. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful we're going to win. But also, I've got a 1-hour time slot free tomorrow at 2 p.m. for Arsenal therapy. So, I'm hoping for the best. But I'm very much prepared for the worst. Would any of you be surprised if Joe Linton just bullied our midfield and Wilson bagged and we ended up losing? No, you wouldn't. But if somehow we can scrape a victory, Martinelli rips Trippier apart. Listen, Saka's playing against a sloth. Remember, the big sloth, Dan Burn. He cooked him a few times when he was at Brighton. People saying he's actually improved at Newcastle. This guy is a giant sloth. Somehow he pocketed Osman Dembele the other week in the Champions League. Saka hasn't been that great, but you're playing against a sloth. If you can't trouble him today, then I'm concerned. I really am. Trippier, I think, is very good on the ball. Defensively, I don't think he's great. I've never really thought Trippier was that good defensively. So I'm expecting Martinelli, if he gets Trippier 1v1, go at him. You're right, Zaneid. That sloth was elite against PSG. I can't lie. It was wild. But we need to do damage. I think we're going to have to outscore them today. I know it sounds obvious. What I mean is I'm not sure we'll keep a clean sheet. I think we're going to have to score a few goals to win this game. Dan Burn bodied Saka last time, said never. I mean, the thing is, last season, we played Newcastle twice. We beat them once away and drew at home. We didn't concede a goal against them. Let me try and just balance things out a little bit, because things can change very quickly in football. And I think, I'll be honest with you, people. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'm in a bit of a mood with Arsenal. You know, when you're in a mood with something, something needs to happen for it to flip and become a good mood. I'm in a mood. I'm still in a mood with what happened on Wednesday night. And some of you may be like, get over it. It's only the Carabao Cup. Move on. I'm still very frustrated with what happened on Wednesday night against West Ham. Very frustrated that we threw a trophy in the bin. It's even more frustrating that West Ham lost 3-2 today against Brentford. Do you know what I mean? They go to Brentford and get beat 3-2. I think they did. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a cold, people. I've been drinking honey and lemon and that. So I think they've mashed me up with that Carabao Cup defeat. But nah, man, they should have tried to win that. And then West Ham go and get beat today. It's so typical. So I need to see a performance from this team. And listen, I keep saying it, people. Whatever happens today falls solely on the manager. And what happened on Wednesday falls on the manager. And I know Kevin Campbell says it's the players, Curtis, and I totally understand what he means by that. But ultimately, no player buys himself and no player picks himself in the team. And ultimately, Jorginho and Havertz were signed by the manager, right? And Eddie Nketiah was given this crazy contract by the manager. So if those guys don't perform, I'm blaming this manager, unfortunately. And I said this on Thursday in Arsenal Therapy when I pulled out the facts. The manager's under the spotlight now. It's like it's like X Factor. We're judging him now, and if it ain't good enough, get off the stage and bring me the next one. This, for me, is the make or break season for this manager. The apprenticeship's over. I'm not interested in, we've got a young team. I'm not interested in this guy's never managed. I don't want to hear about phase 455. I don't want to know about 43 formations. I don't want to hear trust the process. I want to see results. All I know is you've been here 4 years, nearly 700 million. It's time to do, it's time to achieve things now. It's time to win trophies. It's time to see success. I pulled out receipts. I mean, Monty's saying, have you got receipts for your shirts? Don't worry, we can put a slight tear on the arm. Even without the receipt, I'll probably get a refund or we'll swap it for something else. Merch can go back if necessary, people. I'm not interested in finishing second, getting a documentary about Jesus coming back from injury and pictures of a dog on the website. I'm not interested in that. I want to see performances. I want to see trophies. I want us to reach finals. I want us to win things. Newcastle today, right? You thought we had injury problems. They've got today, right? This is where the excuses stop. No Tonali. He's banned for betting, right? Isak's out as well. Remember, we tried to sign him. Harvey Barnes is out and Sven Botman's out. Sven Botman is probably their best centre-back. And Harvey Barnes is a dangerous player as well. And Isak's obviously a good player. And Tonali's a good player. And Elliot Anderson's out. I don't know how many times he plays for them. So they've got players out as well. And we've got a better squad overall than them. So I don't want to see no excuses. Yeah, people were tracking this guy's car in London, Isaac. Remember that. Arsenal need a performance today. There's no excuses. People, 3,000 of you in the chat. I just want to let you know I am going live on Bleacher Report for half an hour after this game. Link is in the description. Click it. You do need to download the mobile app. It is only available on the mobile app. So if you don't have the app, it will send you to the download page. It's free. I'll be on there for half an hour if you want a little bit more match reaction after the game, people. But we'll do a little 10-15 minutes on here first. SG said, sometimes I want to beat Arteta to a pulp. Jay and Gigi said, Arsenal win today. Shout out my newborn sister. Big up. More life. More life. Listen. Things can change in football very quick. As I said, I'm in a mood with Arsenal right now. I'm vexed. We lost to West Ham. We're out the cup. West Ham lost today, so I'm like, how the hell did we lose 3-1, get battered, then they go and lose at Brentford? Then I see a midfield of Jorginho and Havertz next to Declan Rice. So again, I'm more frustrated. Then I hear Martin Odegaard's injured. The guy wasn't fully fit, comes on against West Ham at 3-0 down and gets injured. So there's more frustration. So yeah, I'm not happy with Arsenal and Arteta right now. But a win fixes everything in football. We're shameless, people. We're shameless. They go and beat Newcastle today. I'm singing from the rooftop saying, oh, this guy's a superstar and, you know, new merch, you never know. Elliot said, did someone say merch? There you go. But I need something. Manchester City have just won 6-1. They're not messing around, people. They're not playing. They're really not playing. Because De Bruyne's not even in that team yet. And Haaland came off at half time. You know, they've won 6-1 and their main striker hasn't even scored today. So we need to step it up. We need to step it up. We haven't played that well. Probably the Sheffield United game we did well, but Sheffield United are a poor team. I haven't gone through the Newcastle team. Let's go through the Newcastle team. As I said, they've got players missing as well. No Tonali, no Harvey Barnes, no Isaac, no Sven Botman. So that's 4 key players out for them. Nick Pope's in goal, Trippier at right back, Lascelles and Shaw at centre back, and Dan Burn at left back. Now, let me say something now. That back 4 can be got at. Make no mistake about it. Trippier on the ball, I think, is very good. Defensively, I think you can go at him. And I think Martinelli can cause Trippier problems. Lascelles was on the verge, from what I heard, of being sold in the summer. Like, they were open to offers. He is not their first choice centre-back. It would be Sven Botman. Shaw is decent. Dan Burn, I call him a giant sloth, right? He did play well against Dembele the other week, but I would hope Saka could trouble him. In midfield, Bruno Guimaraes, who, let's be real, he should be an Arsenal player if Edu would have done his job a January or 2 back. He should be an Arsenal player. Joel Linton, up front, absolutely horrendous. In midfield, he's a man revitalised. He is a tank in midfield. And he concerns me with flimsy midfielders like Jorginho and Havertz playing against him. Longstaff, you know, he runs through brick walls. He's like the McTominay of Newcastle. Almiron, Gordon and Wilson. Almiron will run at Tomiyasu. Gordon is very direct as well up against Ben White. He's got some pace. And Wilson through the middle. Last time Wilson scored against Arsenal at St. James's Park, I ended up ripping my shirt and Wilson's tooth was hanging out at the time. So, yeah, it's crazy. On the bench, Dubravka, Dummett, Hall, Kraft, Ritchie, Willock, Miley and Livramento. They've got very little on the bench. You know, Joe Willock, and not a lot else, to be honest. So, they're going to be relying on that starting 11. So, Newcastle are in form, but not crazy form. When you look at their last 5 games, only 2 wins. They drew away at Wolves last week. They lost at home to Dortmund, and they drew away at West Ham. They did beat Palace, and they did batter Manchester United. But, you know, the Man United game, often the most recent game is sort of, you get your energy from the most recent game. We've lost, so we're on a bit of a downer. They've won, so they're on a bit of a high. You should do a giveaway for that shirt at 100k. Why not? I'll sign it and give it away. Legendary stream for all the wrong reasons, I think, bro. Big up Penalty Spot in the building. He says, big up Curtis and C-Unit community. Big up yourself, bro. We've got over 3,400 of you in here. We're trying to get 3,000 likes today. Can we get 1,000 likes before this game even kicks off? We've still got 20 minutes. And if this game goes wrong, I'll be probably watching NBA again tonight just to try and get over it. As there's plenty of games on tonight. Mikel just seems like a fantastic coach, but an okay manager. Totally agree with that. That's what I've said many times. As a coach, there's no question. He knows what he's talking about. As a manager, I have big question marks over his man management skills, and that's what the best managers do have. So we'll see. Big up Nathan. It's a Mandela City looking scary. The Cone Man will destroy this dressing room. We hope not. We hope if we win today, you know, we're back on a high. And then we've got Sevilla in the week, who we beat last time away. And then we got Burnley next week, you know. So Things can change very quick. Seven Hog saved his job yet, Bruno. I think if they'd have drawn that game, he could have been on his way out, but Fernandez has definitely saved him. Doku cut Bournemouth. I'm not surprised. Apparently, Doku got 1 goal and 4 assists today. So if you got him in your fantasy team, you've cleaned up. That is for sure. With Doku in your team. But I haven't got him. I don't put Man City players in because they rotate so much. Ben said, feel better, Big C. I'm fighting that cold with you. Big up yourself, bro. Zamir said, if we lose today at Newcastle and our captain is Jorginho, I don't want to see any Chelsea fan the rest of this week. I'm with you. And 403 says, I can't believe Mikel didn't go with Trossard with no Odegaard or ESR. I have no idea why he doesn't play him in that role. Let me just get the tweet out. Big game today. Concerned about Jorginho and Havertz in midfield. Would have played Trossard in the 8 role. And Ketia needs to turn up. We need to win. We need to win, people. I'm telling you. To me, this is a must-win game. We go top of the league if we win. But, you know, not necessarily for too long if Tottenham beat Chelsea on Monday. Anyway, couple things to talk about. We will have a quick look at the league table before we do kick this game off. Obviously, Manchester City are back at the top. They've slapped up Bournemouth 6-1. Haaland didn't even score. He came off injured at half-time. I'm not sure how bad that injury is to Haaland. Apparently, it was Sky Sports saying it was precautionary. City top of the league. Isn't it funny, people? People were saying, you know, Man City have started slow. They lost a couple games. All of a sudden, you go in 28 goals scored. They're top goal scorers in the league. 8 goals conceded. They've got the best defence in the league. This was the so-called slow start for Manchester City. You know, imagine when Kevin De Bruyne's back. And bear in mind that Rodri was suspended for 3 games. So, listen, they haven't been at their best. If we win today, actually, we won't go top of the league now because they're goal difference unless we score 5, which I can't see happening. So, the most will probably go second. But we do play Burnley next week at home, which I would expect to be a beatdown as well. So, let's see how that one goes. But we've got to win this. Obviously, Newcastle are down in 8th. They've won 5 out of their 10, drawn 2, lost 3. They have scored 26 goals. They are the joint second top goal scorers in the Premier League, which says a lot about them and how good they are going forward. Defensively, they've only conceded 11. Arsenal, still unbeaten. Still one of 2 teams unbeaten in the Premier League. Tottenham and Arsenal. We've won 7, drawn 3, scored 23, conceded 8. I would like to have think that should have been a little bit higher because we should have beaten Fulham. And I think we probably should have beaten Tottenham when you look at the chances that we missed. Somebody just said there, apologies, would you take Jack Grealish with him not playing at City? I mean, I wouldn't want Grealish. I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't want him. I think he's 28, nearly 29. He's on huge wages, like over 250 grand a week. And I don't think Grealish is an upgrade on Martinelli, to be honest. He got 5 goals last season playing for the best team on the planet. So, for me, no, not really. I suppose you could play Grealish attacking midfield, but he'd cost a lot of money. He's on huge wages. And, nah, I would go elsewhere. He'd be expensive as well. Pep wouldn't do us any favours. And, look, there's a reason he signed Doku. He might feel that Grealish is on his way out. So, I wouldn't go for Jack Grealish personally. So, listen, even though I say I'd take a draw, I think we have to win. Nah, no cookies accepted. We ain't searching down on page 2 for your Chelseas and so on and so forth. Ain't it crazy, though? If we don't win today, we're only 6 points. If we were to lose, we'd only be 6 points ahead of Man U, and Man U have been a laughing stock. So it shows how quickly things can change. MJ said United battered, but you lot lost. I'm on to you, see. Says MJ. Alfred said, I firmly believe had Emery been given the time and money, Arsenal would be a force. He knows how to make the most out of what he has and good talent ID. The problem with Emery lost the dressing room, right? Emery lost the dressing room, and there was players taking the mick out of his accent. There was players weren't, taking on his instructions. And it's easier for an owner to get rid of one manager than get rid of 8, 9, 10 players. That was the problem that we had with Unai Emery. But then you sort of say to yourself, you turned your back on Emery very quick, but you've showed huge patience with Mikel Arteta. Maybe Emery needed that same level of patience. Like Mel Malaysian Gooner's saying there, I think you've got to remember, Emery tried to sign Nkunku from PSG before he went to Leipzig. He wanted prime Wilfred Zaha over Pepe, which we'd have all taken. He wanted Fabinho, the big tall presence in defensive midfield. Instead, they gave him Lucas Torreira, who's like 5'8". He's the total opposite. He actually wanted Harry Maguire from Leicester, which I was never fully convinced by that. But I suppose when you had Mustafi and Socrates at the back, he's actually would have been an upgrade on them. So he wanted players that, I mean, can you imagine if we'd got Fabinho, Nkunku, Zaha, do you know what I mean? And some of those guys, he would have probably got us top 4 that year and maybe won the Europa League. But it is what it is. They made their decision. They always wanted Arteta. But this Arteta thing has to work. And it has to work sooner rather than later, because 4 years, I need to see trophies. And like I said on the stream the other day, people protested at the Emirates to get Arsene Wenger, probably the greatest Arsenal manager of all time. They wanted him out because they said top 4's not enough for Arsenal. We're not happy with top 4. We want trophies. We want success. We want big days out at Wembley. And now we need to get trophies again, in my opinion. Kudus, did you see his goal today? Bicycle kick for West Ham, although they did lose, but what a goal. A player that we should have definitely gone for. Alfred said that's true, but that says more about the players we had making fun of him and his accent. Meanwhile, we was winning with other teams, looked good at Villa. The crazy thing you got to remember as well, and, Emery created a team where Lacazette won Player of the Season. Aubameyang won the Golden Boot. So players were thriving under him. But listen, it's in the past, and, I suppose it's all ifs, buts and maybes. Let's concentrate on today. We've got 12 minutes until kickoff, and this is a big game of football for Arsenal. For those of you just tuned in, 3,800 of you in the chat, 54 of you on Twitch. Big up the whole C unit. I will be on Bleacher Report afterwards as well. The link's in the description if you want to come and join for about half an hour review after the game. Hopefully we're reviewing a victory. But for those of you who've just tuned in, Odegaard is out injured. It's crazy what is going off this season at Arsenal with injuries. And I always said, being in the Champions League, although it's a huge positive, it will be the biggest test of Mikel Arteta, because there's a big difference going to somewhere in the Europa League on Thursday against some bang average team. You can make 7, 8 changes, still beat them, and then you go full strength on the weekend. Quite easy, right? When you've got a Champions League game midweek and then a big Premier League game at the weekend, you see how good your manager is and his ability to rotate the squad. Odegaard was on the bench on Saturday, not fully fit, wasn't used. On Wednesday, not fully fit, comes on, gets injured, misses the weekend. The question then is, why did he come on against West Ham if he wasn't fully fit? And we were 3-0 down. We needed him for today, surely. Big up my bro, Fran, 10 trading. Odegaard thinking, I can't play with Rice, not giving me the ball no more. Wow. I mean, listen, his form has dipped playing with Declan Rice. It looked a lot better with Thomas Partey. I've always said Thomas Partey, one thing very underrated about him is he plays forward quickly. That's something he would have obviously learnt playing for Atletico Madrid. It would be nice to see Rice, Odegaard and Partey as the midfield trio. There's the Bleacher Report app. It's in the description, but big up that guy D for sharing that. Can we get 1,000 likes pre-kickoff? Penalty Spot said, no creativity in midfield. Havertz needs to step up big time. Listen, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm like a broken record. I hope Kai Havertz has a great game today. I've said it probably 10 times this season, and every time I've said it, the guy's done nothing. So I'll say it again. I hope he plays well. I hope he scores. I hope he gets assists. But he needs to perform. I'm at the point where I'm sick of talking about Kai Havertz. Either play well or get the guy on the bench, because for me, Trossard should play in the 8 role. I've said before, Havertz isn't a midfielder. The only place he's looked half decent in an Arsenal shirt is playing false 9 as a striker. Back to goal, link-up play, and that's that. Apart from that, he's done nothing. He needs to perform, but we say it every week, and it doesn't happen. Jorginho needs to perform as well. Declan Rice going to have a heck of a lot of running to do today, I tell you that. With those two in midfield, you know, if I'm in that Newcastle dressing room, Joe Linton, Bruno Guimaraes, I'm thinking I can enjoy myself in that midfield running past Jorginho. Havertz ain't going to give him any problems defensively either, or attacking wise. CJ said Havertz is pony, weak, lazy, scared, and an embarrassment to the shirt. CJ obviously rates Kai Havertz very highly. Scouse Mike said that midfield, our bench is crap as well, but we'll win the league. We'll win the league on Football Manager or on EAFC. I don't think we're winning it in real life. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, and I know it's very difficult for anybody to catch Man City this season. It just is. It is. You know, they haven't even got out of first gear yet and they're top of the league. But listen, let me get away from all that. As I said, I'm in a bit of a mood with Arsenal at the moment. There's a number of factors. Losing to West Ham, getting knocked out of a competition I think we could have won. Odegaard's got injured when he shouldn't have played. West Ham lost today as well, which, you know, is a slap round the face. We lose to them, then they go and lose to Brentford. Now we're going to Newcastle, and we got a midfield of Jorginho and Havertz. Declan Rice is there. Jorginho wearing the armband just doesn't sit well with me. Let me tweet that as well. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's get the 3 points and let's win the game. Tonali is out. Isak's out. Barnes is out. And Botman's out. So they're a long way from full strength as well, people. So, you know, we can't make no excuses. We can't make no excuses. Listen, we are 6 minutes till kickoff. The players are about to come on the pitch. Newcastle have won their last 3 Premier League home games without conceding a goal. Joel Linton scares me, says Kurt. You have an agenda against Kai Havertz? I do. He's rubbish. Until I see anything different, then... Nah, no agendas. I just think he's a rubbish player. That's my honest opinion. Ish said, yeah, I'm free tomorrow, people, 2 p.m. There's a 1 hour slot available. Make sure you're free in case this goes wrong. If it goes right, you know, we'll celebrate, of course, shamelessly. I'll say I always thought we were going to win this game. Has Ben White still got blonde hair, people are saying? I don't know. The Arsenal picture, he didn't have blonde hair, but that could be an old picture. Isak is out as well. Right, let's do a like count. Where are we at pre-kickoff? Have we at 1,000 pre-kickoff? Come on, people. We can do this. There's 3.8 of you in the chat. We're at 900 people. Come on. Get that like button hit. It helps the algorithm. It really helps. Let's get 3,000 overall, 1,000 pre-kickoff. Players are coming on the pitch. Here they go. Jorginho leads the boys out. The former Chelsea player. But it is what it is. Joe Linton's bringing his kids out with him. Maybe they're playing in midfield. Then we'll have a chance. Neil said Havertz man of the match in his dreams. Fran said 1,000 likes for a PS5 giveaway. Hey, you better relax, bro. PS4. I like the stream. Big up yourself. Your prediction. Hart says 2-1. Mine says we'll be lucky if we scrape a 1-1 draw. But we'll go with a Hart. You know, football fan, you got to back your team. I have to say, Newcastle are not world beaters. Let's keep it 100 here, right? Newcastle are 8th in the Premier League. They've lost 3 and drawn 2 of their 10. We're not playing against Real Madrid or Bayern Munich here. You know, Longstaff's in midfield and Dan Burns at left back. Nick Pope's in goal. Like, they are not world beaters, but I have major concerns over that Arsenal midfield. I don't know whether Declan Rice can babysit that midfield through the game, but what we've got to do is punish them and score our chances. I think we will get chances. So I'm going to go 2-1. We clip Newcastle with 10 men. You never know. Maybe we're just that team that they struggle to deal with. Guna Dad said, I'm a little nervous. Big up yourself, bro. That picture looks like it's in Orlando on the tour with you and Troops. Big up yourself, bro. I think that's when we played Chelsea, right? Alexander going for 1-1. Ryan's going 3-2 Newcastle. Juna Guna said 3-1 to Arsenal. But Santa is in town. Seeing that picture here. Oh, looking at Arsenal midfield. I need sunglasses to look at that midfield. I still can't believe Havertz and Jorginho play for Arsenal. Like, literally shocks me that the club were allowed to get away with that. But it is what it is. Listen, we're about to kick off in 3 minutes. I know there's been a lot of, moans and groans from me prior to this game kicking off. But if we can win this game, it settles everything. Champions League midweek, a win would pretty much get us through. Burnley next weekend and then the international break. But are things ever that simple? Eh? Are things ever that simple? I'm going for a 2-1 win. Snake Eye said they are not great, but we are not playing well, and that's the point. If we was on form and Partey was here and Jesus was up front, you know, I'd be saying we can beat them, and we can beat them. I am still saying we can beat them. Jerome said this lineup shows Arteta doesn't learn from his mistakes. I think forgive me here, people. I've got the volume turned down. Is it a minute applause or a minute silence? I'm not sure. I can see people applauding. Just forgive me with that because my volume is turned down. Jason said, my heart says 2-1, but my head says 3-1 to the Geordies. Leahy says, Newcastle are a one-trick pony. If we weather the first 10-20 minutes and things settle down, we'll win this game. I like your optimism. You know what I like is, what gives me a bit of hope is, I've watched Newcastle quite a few times. And what I've noticed is their substitutions can be pivotal. You know, bringing on Harvey Barnes for Gordon, bringing on maybe Wilson for Isaac or Isaac for Wilson. You know, that rotation helps them a lot. They don't have that today. Aren't looking at their bench, really, Joe Willock and not a lot else who can probably really influence the game. Josh said, oh, is there a minute silence? All right, my apologies. Let me be quiet for a second. Oh, there we go. The silence is finished. I think it was Remembrance. Was that Remembrance Sunday? I'm not sure. I'm assuming so. The players have got poppies on their shirts. Big up for that, people. Perf Ozzy Guna said, they say a spine makes a good team. No Partey, no Odegaard, no Jesus. Does that make us spineless? Well, In defence, we're strong, but maybe moving forward. LSU said, okay, the hat see today's price is not yesterday's price. Bro, I'm telling you, man. Do you know what it is? It's a classic hip-hop hat, man. Ice Cube and all them guys wear it. I know it's the Todd Bowley hat. Apologies, LSU. Listen, people, we're about to get underway. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I will do my best on commentary. It is Newcastle against Arsenal. I'm going for a 2-1 win in hope rather than expectation. Prove us wrong and get the 3 points. Here we go. We are underway, and this is a big game. Jorginho's already rolling around on the floor. The captain, I think he's took a whack in the face there. Maybe a red card. Here's Callum Wilson, Newcastle on the attack after 21 seconds. Here's Joe Linton. Cuts inside Jorginho. Twister. This don't look good. They got 2v1 on the right. Almiron. Trippier whips it in. Cleared away. Gabriel was scrambling already. I think Leahy said it. You know, you've got to see off that first 15-20 at St. James's. The crowd will be roaring. Did anyone clock the trumpets were completing? Big Alexander, I didn't even hear it. African Giant, Brekkie mode, coffee ready, rubs hands. You got bigger problems over there, bro, I tell you. But big up yourself, bro. Chelsea ain't looking too good for them. Come on, Arsenal. All jokes aside, we need to 3-point collect. This can change the whole mood of Arsenal very quickly. Pat's going for 3-2. Havertz in the Odegaard position. Yeah, he's on the right, so he's the guy that will link with Saka. Let's see how that works. Bayern versus Dortmund playing tonight as well. That's a big game. That's a very good game. Newcastle on the ball with Nick Pope. Nick Pope, for me, is not the best of keepers. I've never really thought he was that good. He's big, very, very tall. Saliba finds David Raya. It'll be interesting how Raya goes today. I think his stock went up a little bit. Midweek, Ramsdale did not do himself any favours against West Ham. David Ray, oh jeez, he gets a look at that. Oh, he overhits it, but Saka keeps it in. Newcastle will press us. Like you said, we've got to see off them first 15 minutes and then build our way into the game. Saliba, geez, got 3 players on him, manages to get his way out of it. Two Geordies commentating, that's crazy. Don't worry, man. Keep it locked here. We'll give you the commentary you need, hopefully. Who are the commentators? Oh, I can't even... Who is... I don't know who it is. Don't worry about it. Saliba there, I was actually panicking. He had 3 players on him. He just turns them and keeps the ball. Newcastle have the ball. Let's see off this first 15. You're right, Snake Eyes. The keeper ain't great, but we don't shoot enough, especially from outside the penalty area. Here is Fabian Shaw. Finds Dan Burn. Can we press them? Make life... Don't foul! Leave me... The guy, Kai Havertz, you, mate. You're testing all our patience. He's on the edge of his own area, the Newcastle player, facing his own goal. He's under pressure. And Havertz runs into him and fouls him. Gives away a free kick. What is the point of this guy, really? He's under pressure. You don't need to foul him. Just stay away from him. Havertz, typical, man. I'm trying to be patient with him today, but you just don't need to do that. Oh, it's Peter Drury, is it? I don't know who he's on commentary, but anyway. Newcastle play through the press. Lazelle's on the ball. Bayern winning 1-0 apparently already. Who scored? Was it Harold? Come on, Arsenal. We got to win this. We need 3 points. Who scored for Bayern? Let's have a look. Bayern Munich. Don't think it... Oh, Upamecano. You know you're bad when that guy's scoring against you. Gary Neville is one of the commentators. I don't think he likes Arsenal, does he? Upamecano unmarked. Here's Saliba on the ball. Finds Jorginho. The interesting thing is, Jorginho obviously is playing in the 6, which means Rice will be playing box-to-box. And we did that against Chelsea, and it was a disaster. And we had to take Jorginho off. Let's hope it doesn't get the better of us today. Is Martinelli up against Trippier? Notice that Almiron straight away drops back to double up on Martinelli straight away. They will not want him to get 1v1 with Trippier. Ball over the top, looking for Eddie. It's cleared by Lascelles. Trippier finds Bruno Guimaraes. He's such a good player. I wish we'd have signed him. There's a foul there. Referee says no foul. Instead, gives a throw into Newcastle on the halfway line. Big C, if you don't see what Havertz does on the pitch, you don't understand football. You got an agenda. That's what they say. It's what he does off the ball. Listen, I'm much happier with Tomiyasu playing against Almiron than Zinchenko, but I still think we need a left-back moving forward. Oh, my days. Just as I say that, Tomiyasu gets ruined by Almiron. Almiron into the area. Tomiyasu does get back, though, and get a foot in. Commentator's curse, punched away by Raya as the ball's whipped in. Newcastle starting to gain momentum a little bit. We got to be careful. Odegaard is injured, for anybody just tuned in. Nobody knows why he played against West Ham if he wasn't fully fit. Especially bringing him on at 3-0, but it is what it is. Ben White has got dark here again. And he's ball watching at the moment. Because Wilson's just jogged past him and got the ball. Newcastle have possession. Arsenal have started this game a little bit slow. Bruno Guimaraes, lovely ball out to Trippier. He's such a baller, man. We should have signed him. Longstaff loses out to Declan Rice, and Ketia wins a free kick on the edge of the penalty area. Yeah, I thought Raya maybe he come out and done the Superman thing and you know, punched it out. That's actually a poor pass from Tomiyasu. Eddie actually did all right to win a free kick there. Havertz is busy invading space while everyone else is playing football. Love that noise said, hi Curtis, love you broski. We really need to win after City winning the way they did. Time to show we're a big team. Listen, we've got the easier game next weekend. Burnley at home. So City were always going to slap Bournemouth at home. You know, I actually thought if Haaland scored, it would have been even more. But interesting that Ben White has gone back to dark here. No more Benny Bleach. It was maybe not good for him. Free kick to Arsenal, edge of the box. Raya smashes it long. Eddie won't win many headers against Shaw and Lascelles. You need to go a different way of getting the ball to him instead of a long, high ball. Those two centre-backs are very good in the air. Gabriel's forced all the way back to David Raya. There's a bit of a short pass there. Clips it out to Ben White. It's a bit high. It's flicked away and we lose possession. Jorginho gets demolished there. He does all right, actually. Here's Kai Havertz. Come on, please. Drives into their half. Go on, Kai, lad. Prove us all wrong. Saka, 1v1 with the sloth. Whips it in. It's a terrible cross. Cleared by Shaw. Whoa, Saliba and Joe Linton. Big 50-50 there. Joe Linton's down on the floor. The Rolls Royce is up, mate. Listen, this guy don't play. He ain't messing around. Joe Linton's on the floor. Declan Rice kicks the ball out of play. Saliba has wrote off Joe Linton there. He's taking his time on the floor. What actually happened? Saliba wins the header. Saliba's a beast, man. Look at him. Bang! Wins the header. I mean, he ends up on the floor as well. Joe Linton's on the floor. Saliba's up like nothing's happened. Joe Linton's getting treatment. Real bad man centre-back there, you know, I'm telling you. Real bad man. Real, I'm telling you, man. Not just a Rolls Royce. The man's class. Man's a beast. Straight out of them Paris streets, man. He ain't playing. Most touches for any Arsenal player this season. 2-0 to Bayern Munich, by the way. Harold has scored. Harry Kane makes it 2-0 against Dortmund. 9 minutes gone. Bayern Munich are beating Dortmund 2-0. I think he's all right, Joe Linton. They were checking maybe his neck or the back of his head. Although Joe Willock has gone out to warm up. Real bad man, Ninja Man voice. You know, bro, you know. I think Joe Linton will carry on. He's a big, strong lad, isn't he, as well. Best ever since Campbell, Saliba. Totally agree. Totally agree. Better than your Vermaelens, your Cajones, and obviously the rubbish like Scalacci and them, man. Mustafi. Chris, thank you for the super chat, bro. He said, big up Curtis. English side of my family are Arsenal fans. German side are Dortmund fans. Could be in a bad mood in my house tonight. Arsenal. I can't rely on Dortmund for a mood booster. Yeah, it's an interesting one, that. Not looking good for Dortmund, that's for sure. 2-0 down after just 9 minutes. Anyway, Arsenal in possession. We haven't really created a big chance yet. Can we get a shot on goal? Test Nick Pope. An early goal would settle the nerves. We're 10 minutes into the game now, which, like people were saying, 10, 15 minutes, you've got to control the game a bit. Get that Newcastle crowd to quieten down a little bit. Oh, Saka actually turned Dan Burn there and turned back. Lovely ball. It's Havertz, mate, you are just something else. You're something else, mate. Jorginho plays a great ball in. Havertz gets it. He's just absolutely, honestly, people. I don't have the patience with this guy. How much patience are we supposed to have? I'm not a monk. Like, I can't sit here and just... he's rubbish. He's so bad. Chelsea have sent him here on purpose to destroy us. What on earth am I watching? A simple 10-yard pass. He gives the ball away. We were in then. Here come Newcastle. Honestly, I'm trying. I'm really trying, man. But this guy just tests your patience, bro. Oh, my days. If you're watching the game, you'll understand. Twice he's given the ball away under no pressure. It was a lovely ball from Jorginho as well. Ah, dear. Ball over the top for Newcastle. It's overhit. He goes out for a throw into Arsenal. What do you think is his problem, says Andrew? Right, let's just have a quick conversation. I don't want to talk too much about him. I've always said Havertz is not actually a player that lacks talent. You can't be as good as you were at Leverkusen, cost nearly 80 million and be that bad. His confidence is shot to pieces. I don't think he's a midfielder. I would not play him in midfield at all. I think he's better up front now. I think he's played up front that long at Chelsea. He's actually probably a striker now. And I just don't think he suits the Premier League. I don't. I think the Prem ain't for everyone. And I don't think he suits it. That's where I'm at with it. Twice! Saka's fouled there on the halfway line by Joe Linton. Free kick to Arsenal. Yeah, Eddie kicked the ball out for a throw-in just before that as well. Big C, no Odegaard. Where is our creativity going to come from? It may have to come from the wingers, I would say. Lou said, watching the game, we're going to have this on for entertainment purposes. Gary Neville's voice is irritating. Well, of course. Fraser said, just finished running the errands. Where's Odegaard? Why is Jorginho playing? Odegaard injured from Wednesday, which is crazy, considering he came on at 3-0 down. David Raya finds Jorginho under pressure, but he does well, plays out from the back. I do think we are settling into the game a little bit now. We just need to maybe create a good chance. Tomiyasu is inverting from that left-back role. He's totally dropping into midfield. David Raya pings the ball up to Eddie. Eddie does quite well there, wins the header. Arsenal get possession back. We're settling in a little bit. We just haven't tested the goalkeeper yet, which we need to do. Jorginho started all right, I got to be honest. He's getting the ball in plenty of space. Ben White plays the ball long, looking for Havertz against Dan Burn. He doesn't even jump. Come on, we got a chance. Here is Havertz. Into Eddie and Nketiah, right-hand side, crossing situation. Can we ask a question of Nick Pope? We haven't, I don't think we've had a shot yet. Forces back to Jorginho. Tomiyasu, I like how Tomiyasu's just dropping into midfield and trying to get on the ball. Ben White, here's Saka, edge of the box. They double up on him quickly and take it off him. Almiron, come on, there's three of us here. Tomiyasu shoots, the shot's blocked. Is that a corner? Well done, Tomiyasu. I like that. I like that. Tomiyasu's actually looking all right in this midfield role. He celebrates winning the corner. Bruno Guimaraes under pressure. Tomiyasu, no foul. Gets the shot off. It's blocked. It goes out for a corner. I like that. He actually, fist pumps as we win the corner as well. Saka, in-swinger. Good opportunity to create our first chance. We've asked no questions of them so far defensively. We are settling into the game a little bit now. We got the most goals from set pieces this season, along with Man City, 6. Can we score from this? Let's go. Let's go Gabriel header at the back post. Saka plays it short to Declan Rice. Doesn't have a great first touch. Jorginho, have we wasted the chance? Martinelli shoots edge of the box. It's blocked. And Newcastle retain possession. We didn't make the most of it, and it goes out for a throw-in to Newcastle. You would think, wouldn't you, people, that considering we've got the most goals from set pieces in the league, you get your first set piece of the game away from home, you'd put the ball in the box and see what they've got. We took it short, didn't really make the most of it. But we tried something, fair play. Da Vinci said, big up Curtis, question time. How can we be called the Gunners when we don't have no gunman? We got water pistols, bro. Super Soaker 500. Yeah, no gunman. Hopefully we sign one in January and sort that problem out. Come on, Curtis. Havertz is the Kaka regen, they said. I think Kaka's probably still better than Havertz now. And how long's he been retired? Oh, Joe Linton with a risky pass. Come on, we're settling in now. Newcastle are not playing great. The one thing I've always said about Newcastle, I don't think they are great in possession. They're all energy, all action. If you can keep the ball well, you know, you can cause them problems. Almiron fouls Gabriel there. Free kick to Arsenal on the edge of our own box. Arsenal water gunners, says Fraser. There you go. 16 minutes gone. Free kick to Arsenal edge of the penalty area. As I said, we're settling in not too bad in possession. We just haven't managed to ask any real question of their defence yet or their goalkeeper. I don't think we've had a shot. Arsenal, for me, have got to shoot more from outside the penalty area. Because we don't shoot enough. We do not shoot enough. Are you going to the 50 Cent concert? I'm not. The reason I'm not, number one, I've watched him twice in concert before. And number two, he's using a live band. And I don't really like how it sounds with him rapping over the live band. So I was tempted to go. I know he comes to England, I think, next week. But no, I'm not going. I have seen him in concert twice anyway. Doku is a beast. Apparently got 4 assists today for Man City. Mashing up the Fantasy League. Anyway, throw into Arsenal on the halfway line. Tomiyasu to take it. We've settled in okay. We just need a shot on goal. Gabriel goes back to Raya. Damn, that was a hard pass. He dealt with it well. Finds Ben White. Ben White has dyed his hair back to Doc. That's a good ball. Here we go. Martinelli. Can we? It's a poor pass. Rice was there. It's cut out. Pat said we should buy Almiron. He'd be all right as a backup right winger. He'd be expensive, though. He's Tyler said he was still good with the live band 50. Here's Saka. Finds Kai Havertz. We're on the break. Finds Ben White. He's going to get put under pressure. What I'm noticing again, Anthony Gordon and Almiron, as soon as the ball goes wide for Arsenal, they double up. They are not going to allow Arsenal to get Saka or Martinelli 1v1 with Burn. Or, lovely nutmeg there. Ball's given away, though. Breaks down again. Buying parking tickets at there. Relax, Pat. We don't talk about that car park Drake New York incident. Tomiyasu does well. Wins the ball. Trippier's rolling around. There's nothing wrong with him. Good. I love that. Joe Linton tried to kick the ball out of play. And Ketia stops it. Gets into the area. Don't kick the ball out. Ref says no free kick. Let's see if Newcastle kick the ball out. Of course they don't. Jorginho gets done by Bruno Guimaraes. Gets the ball out wide. Almiron. This doesn't look good. Gabriel dragged out wide. It's Callum Wilson back to goal. Gives it away. Come on. Can we hit them on the break now? Declan Rice wins it back. Martinelli's your pass. Great run, Declan Rice. Driving run. Oh, he plays the wrong pass. Tries to find Eddie. We've still got possession. Saka 30 yards out. Shots blocked. Declan Rice finds Martinelli. He should have gone to him first. Whips into the back post. Eddie goes up. Dan Burn wins it. Saka, hurry up! Bukayo! Corner to Arsenal. Bukayo had space there to hit that on his right foot. He cuts back onto his left and gets tackled. Ah, dear. Frustrating. What a run by Declan Rice. He picks the wrong ball for me. Should have gone left to Martinelli. He tried to go to Nketiah. Nketiah wasn't completely free. Saka does need to wake up a bit. He hasn't played well the last few weeks, man. But here's a corner. Saka is taking it. So hopefully, the fact I've just said he's not playing well, hopefully he'll get an assist. Tomiyasu's being marked by Trippier. I'm calling it. Tomiyasu header. Saka whips it in. Flicked on. We're appealing for a penalty. Come on, ref. Here you go. Jorginho volleys it. It's blocked. 2 Arsenal players there were getting their shirts pulled. Why didn't you fall to the ground and try and get a penalty? Shameless VAR penalty. Because they've stood up, the referee ain't even going to check that. Or the VAR probably won't even check it. Blatant pull of the shirt there. But because they stayed up, the referee doesn't give a foul. Top 5 clubs in the history of football. Saliba shoots there. It's blocked. Goes out for a corner. Come on. Top 5 clubs. That's difficult. You got to put Real Madrid in there. Probably Barcelona as well. Probably Man United for the size of the club. Maybe Liverpool. I'm going to squeeze Arsenal in there shamelessly, you know. Got to put my own team in there, of course. I'm sure there'd be arguments. Couple of big Italian teams. AC Milan, Juventus, Bayern Munich in Germany as well. Corner to Arsenal. In swinger. Saka to take it. Again, Trossard. Not Trossard. Tomiyasu's being marked by Trippier. Pope flaps it. Comes out. Shot by Jorginho. And that goes high, wide. And not very good. Terrible technique there. Pope punches it out. Jorginho, he side foots it. And it's horrendous. Listen, we're actually playing all right. We're playing okay. We just haven't asked no questions of this goalkeeper yet, which is the frustration, because I don't think... Yeah, Babushka, a bit shameless. We haven't won a European trophy, so you can't really put Arsenal in the top 5, but I'm shamelessly doing it. But yeah, the clubs like AC Milan and that, you look at their history, they would be considered bigger than us. Straight in Tup-Tup, someone said. I've had some good nights in Tup-Tup. Here we go. Declan Rice. We've got 4 in the area. Rice. Oh, his cross is blocked. I think he should have lifted his head there. Corner to Arsenal. E. Ross. It's River Thames, but it ain't spelt like that. I think it's Thames. River Thames. Man said River Thames, not Timberland boots, bro. River Thames. Corner to Arsenal, in swinger. I think this is the 3rd or 4th corner we've had. Come on, you Gunners. We can get a goal here. Pope's flapped at a couple of them. In swinger. Martinelli takes it short. Declan Rice back to Martinelli. Saka's on the edge of the box. There's a chance. Martinelli whips in back post. Eddie Nketiah heads it wide. Gabriel was better placed behind him. He's got to scream at him there. Gotinelli, you know what I didn't realise? He says Declan Rice a baller. Goes out for a goal kick. Declan Rice is actually quite quick when he does those driving runs. You know, the way he's just going through the middle. He did it the other day in the Champions League game. And I was like, oh, actually, he's quite quick, man. Honestly, when we get Partey back fit or a new centre midfielder, I think Declan Rice can go even to another level. He spent nearly the whole season with Jorginho or, you know, Havertz next to him. Imagine when he's got a top quality centre mid, a fully fit Partey, or you go and get a new quality midfielder in January, man. Imagine how good our midfield would be. It's a shame, really. We need Partey back playing next to him. He really does stride. He strides through that midfield, man. Really does. But anyway, 23 minutes gone. Throw into Newcastle in their own half. I'd say we're the better team. Oh, slap in the face there again. I think... Who is that? Is that... I don't know who that is. Someone's down for Arsenal. On the floor. Oh, Almiron skips Tomiyasu there. Arsenal players asking for the ball to go out. Declan Rice, superb. Best player on the pitch. Strength as well. Sit down, man. Relax, Almiron. Declan Rice, honestly. He's so good. Free kick to Arsenal in their own half. Oh, it was Jorginho. He did that earlier on in the game. Got hit in the face a little bit. He's rolling over. I mean, maybe he is in pain. But Alfred said, told you about this Saka guy. Does he ever beat his man? Pause. He's literally starting to become one-footed. The problem is his one foot isn't Messi or Robin. Alfred's actually getting frustrated with Saka. He said it for a few weeks. Listen, we still got to remember he's done a lot for us over the last few years, you know. He's carried our team at times. He's not in great form, but I believe we can get him back in that form. White Glove said Declan Rice is our best player already. I'd say he's been our player of the season, no doubt about it, along with Saliba. Saliba and Declan Rice have been our best two players. Ball given away there. Here's Almiron. Finds Callum Wilson, tries to skip Gabriel. Relax. Goal kick. Superb defending, Gabriel Magalhaes. You ain't doing him like that, Callum Wilson. Stick to your podcast, mate. Cap said I've been on Saka, but he's a baller. Yeah, listen, Liam said Saka's still got 11 goal assists this season. He's still getting numbers even when he's not playing particularly great, which, you know, imagine when he does get back in better form. Goal kick to Arsenal. Declan Rice's bang average, says Curtis, in 2019. I did. I said he was overrated, but the West Ham Declan Rice is not the Arsenal Declan Rice. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Yesterday's Rice is not today's Rice. Jeez, I'm actually quietly impressed with myself with that one. Like, I'm actually laughing inside my head. Yesterday's Rice is not today's Rice. Like, oh, dear me. Information and entertainment at its finest. Anyway, here's Gabriel Martinelli, left-hand side. Yesterday's Rice. Here we go. Come on. Can we get a chance? Saka finds Jorginho, edge of the box. Ball over the top. That's an awful pass. And goes out for a goal kick. We're so frustrating. We get the ball 30 yards out. 25 yards out. We have absolutely no thought of trying to have a shot. No thought whatsoever. Nobody gets the ball and thinks, let me just touch this out of my feet and just drill it and see what happens. We're still trying to chip the ball over the top. It's a wet surface. It just hits it and just skids out for a goal kick. It's a terrible pass. That needs a t-shirt. I'm telling you, man, that's got potential. But anyway, some of you don't like it, so we won't repeat it too many times, I promise. But anyway. Oh, behave, ref. He gives a free kick to Newcastle on the halfway line. Info and entertainment, man, I'm telling you. Free kick on the halfway line. The dad joke. The dad joke goat. There you go. I mean, he fouled his own player. Dan Burn, the sloth, he falls over Joe Linton, lands on his back, and he gives him a free kick. I don't get it. Surely it's a drop ball. Nobody fouled him. Rice will drill one today. Big up Jamrock Gunners TV. How on earth are you giving them a free kick for foul? You might as well go and slide tackle your own player and win a free kick. Listen, I understand. Oh, I take it all back. He didn't give a free kick for that. He gave it for the next one. Yesterday's Rice is stale. Today's Rice is on fire. There you go. Right, anyway, free kick to Newcastle. This is dangerous. When you got the likes of Burn and them big guys, they take it short. We haven't reacted. Gordon 1v1 with Nketiah. Tries to play a 1-2. Bruno chips it to the back post. This ain't looking good. Burn wins the header. Should have scored. Wow. Callum Wilson puts it over from 6 yards. What a chance. I think he's put the flag up for offside. That was poor from Arsenal. 2v1 was too easy. Gordon clips it in. Guimaraes. Yeah, Dan Burn was offside at the back post. Our defence and midfield, bar Jorginho, are 6'2" plus. So we have got height. How many times have I mentioned Kai Havertz in this game? Probably 2 or 3 times when he lost the ball. I haven't said anything else about him. He hasn't been involved the rest of the game. And just as I say that, he gets the ball. And just as I say that, he gives the ball away. Awful. Dan Burn smashes it upfield. It goes out for a goal kick. The quality of this game is low. But what is giving me a little bit of positivity is Newcastle are not looking great. And they've got some injuries. They had a game midweek at Newcastle. I would like to think if we can get hold of the ball here. Look at them. They've got 3 players lined up to go and press David Raya. I think if we can get hold of the ball and create something, we can beat them. It's all ifs and buts. Dan Burn goes straight through the back of Saka. Come on, ref. They just don't protect Saka in this league, do they? You can foul him about 5 times before the ref thinks about giving you a yellow. I mean, yeah, there's not a lot in it, I suppose. Big up, Mr. Cool Bus Driver. Hope you're well, bro. Wilson should have hit the target. He should. Jerome said yesterday's rice is not today's rice. Pure quality respect. I told you, man. It's a great joke. You can all use it, people. Take it. Twitter, wherever you want. It's yours. We share it amongst the community. Jorginho keeps the ball. Finds Tomiyasu. The one thing I notice about Newcastle, though, they press you when you've got the ball. If you can play through the press, I think they're in a bit of trouble. Tomiyasu finds Martinelli. Jorginho, God, you could have gone forwards. Finds Saliba. Out wide to Ben White. We're keeping possession all right. Saka rolls Dan Burn. Get him in the book. How many times? Yeah, get around the ref. Although they say 3 of you get around the ref, you get a yellow card. He's fouled him twice in the space of a minute. And this big dirty sloth ain't getting... But now that's a yellow card, mate. We're on the attack. He's rolled him. How many times? Free kick to Arsenal. I'm just calling him a sloth on Twitter, by the way. Free kick to Arsenal. Martinelli to take it. He doesn't get booked for it. Are you surprised? No. Back post. Tomiyasu keeps it in play. We're forced backwards all the way to the halfway line with Jorginho. Reminds me of Lurch. I'm telling you, man. Ben White drills the... Oh, great ball. Martinelli. He loses out. Don't foul him. He's going to foul him. Well, he tackles him. That's the first positive thing that Havertz has done in 32 minutes. He won a challenge. That's too easy there, man. Joe Linton turns. They're on the break. Here come Newcastle. Right-hand side. Trippier waits for support. Finds Almiron. Declan Rice has been superb this half. Been our best player, I think. Eddie comes back, heads it out for a throw-in. We're not looking great going forward. That's the only problem. Ben Brownie, people are calling him now. No more Silver Fox. Newcastle have the ball. 13 minutes until half-time. Come on. We haven't had a lot to cheer. Like, we haven't had a shot. We haven't seen their keeper make a save. There's not a lot to get excited about. Here's Eddie on the ball. Edge of our area. Tomiyasu clears it upfield, but there's no one up there. Newcastle get a throw-in on the halfway line. Game is screaming for Jesus. Yeah, we need that link player up front. But listen, if you'd have offered me 0-0 after 33 minutes, I'd have taken it because I think once Newcastle... Oh, Ben White gets bullied there by Wilson. Wilson turns Havertz as well. Gordon out wide up against Jorginho. Saka's there to 2v1 him. We got to do more going forward. I think Dan Burn's hurt. Dan Burn's struggling. He's holding his back. Who would they actually put a left back? Dummett, maybe? Lewis Hall, the lad they signed from Chelsea. Will probably go there. I would probably rather Dan Burn continued because I think Saka's got him. Edge of the box. Jorginho backs out the challenge. Joe Linton out wide to Trippier. Rolls it down the line. Declan Rice does well. Is that not a foul? No. Throw into Newcastle down by the corner flag. John Brady admits it wasn't good enough from the Cobblers. I'm not sure. Maybe put that in the wrong stream. Burns back, mash up. My back, back. Whoa, here come Newcastle though. Joe Linton. We got to be strong here. Edge of the area. Ball out wide. Shaw shoots from about 30 yards, yet we never shoot. Goes out for a throw-in. Declan Rice has been superb today. I'll be honest, though. There aren't enough other players who are doing enough for me. Jorginho and Havertz in particular. Jorginho's been okay on the ball. As basic as he can be, really. But Havertz is non-existent. Absolutely non-existent in midfield. Dan Burn getting a bit of treatment and a drink. I think he's going to carry on. We miss Xhaka. Saka is overhyped. He lacks skills. It's mad that people are coming for Saka. As Turkish says, no fluidity, none at all. Where is hat-trick Eddie? Yeah, that's a distant memory, mate. Newcastle have the ball halfway line. For me, I'd get Trossard on. I would get Trossard on this pitch, 100%. Here is Bruno Guimaraes. Newcastle have the ball. The good thing is they haven't created hardly anything either. But the Callum Wilson chance was offside. That was the best chance. The ref is reactive to the crowd, says Reams. Cam said Kai Havertz is chasing shadows. I'm sick of it. Snake Eyes with the super chat. He says, if we don't win a trophy, Arteta out. 700 million spent. We are back to the ish bench. Look at the car park bench. No one to make an impact or change the game. Oh my days. Havertz could be sent off. He's wrote off Dan Burn. It's all kicking off. It's the first thing he's done. We've played with 10 men anyway. I think Havertz could get sent off. The ref's got a yellow in his hand, but there'll be a VAR check for a possible red. I'm pretty sure his saving grace could be, I'm sure when you get a yellow, they don't overturn it to a red. Wow, he's booked Anthony Gordon as well. Now, let's have a look at the replay. First thing Havertz has actually done. He might as well get sent off. We're playing with red anyway. Havertz goes to press. Dan Burn. Nah, it's a yellow card. It's a yellow. The reaction from the crowd and the player rolling around. There's no studs up. There's no nothing. But get the guy off. Get him off the pitch. He's been useless. Yeah, yellow card, but he's doing VAR. No, he's all right. There's no VAR. I'd take him off at half-time. Get him off the pitch. Put Trossard there. Anthony Gordon got booked for having a go at the linesman. He's like, me, ref, shut up. You look like Claire Balding, bro. Listen, the one thing I'll give, I agree with that. At least he got stuck into the player who was kicking Saka. You know? I'll give him that much. It's not a red. It's not a red at all. Definitely not. He's fired up the crowd now. Remember when Xhaka fired up the crowd at Anfield? Mikel needs a shrink with this Havertz business, says White Glove. What's going on here? He's booking someone else. I think another Newcastle player might have talked his way into a booking. Who is that? I think that's Longstaff might have got injured. He's booked about 3 Newcastle players. What's going on here? He's changed who he's booked. I think he took it away from Gordon and gave it to someone else. Longstaff's got it. Man don't even know he's booking. Man said, right, yellow card, mate. What? It's not me. Oh, okay, who is it? Man said, no, that's not me. Handing out yellow cards, that's not me. Ref is a waste man, that's not me. Yo, it's mad. Sorry, P. I'm in a mad mood today. The guy wants to be red carded. Havertz said, listen, just get me off the pitch. Put me out my misery. I'm going to 2-foot someone. Almiron skins Tomiyasu. Whips it to the back post. Overhits the cross. Goes out for a goal kick. Listen, on one hand, Havertz doing nothing. On the other hand, I do actually give him a bit of credit. For laying a tackle on a player that has been, kicking Saka. But It just shows, doesn't it, people, that even though Odegaard has not been playing well in recent weeks, he is the biggest point of creativity in our team. We don't look like creating a chance. Declan Rice wins the ball. Now there's another player rolling around on the floor. He's going to say his foot was high here. Kai haven't. Ref doesn't book Declan Rice. This game, yeah, we need Trossard. Bruno Guimaraes. I think Rice actually wins the ball, does he? He wins the ball, but because the studs are up a bit, it's harsh. Back in the day, you wouldn't have even got a free kick for that. Nowadays, when the studs are up, player rolls around, they give a free kick, but it's not a yellow. 5 minutes till half time. Penalty spot saying he thinks it was a red. I don't think it was. I think if you look at the challenge, the studs aren't up. It's just mistimed. It is a yellow. Here come Newcastle. Almiron in the area. We've doubled up on him quick. He looks lively, Almiron. Back heel to Trippier. Trippier whips it in, flicked on. Oh, heavy touch at the back post. Could have been 1-0. Anthony Gordon had a terrible touch. David Raya collects it. Lovely little pass from Almiron. Trippier's on the run. Martinelli doesn't track him. Whipped him back post. It was flicked on by Lascelles. Gordon has a bad touch at the back post. Otherwise, he'd have had a free shot. Terrible touch. We got away with that. Come on. Here's Martinelli. One of very few attacks that we've had. Please, like Deckers, I don't mind him hitting from 30 yards. Shoot. Have a 30-yarder and see if you can score. Saka finds Ben White. It's too slow. It's so slow again. Jorginho sideways to Gabriel. We are so slow on the ball. Penalty spot said both feet off the ball, out of control. Yeah, I hear you on that. I hear you. Maybe I'm being biased. I thought it was a yellow. I thought the contact was not enough to warrant a red. I don't think we've had a shot. Robbo said no shots on target. I don't think we've had a shot. Black Sheep said, Big C, seriously, what was Arteta thinking with Kai? Tax write-off, bro. Here's Saka. Finds Havertz. Somebody shoot, please. What is this? Look at the state of that pass. Awful. Straight through to their keeper. Wow, Gordon should have probably scored. Why don't we shoot from outside the area? We never shoot from distance. It's so frustrating. Declan Rice gets bullied there by Guimaraes. First mistake I've seen of him in this game. Trippier, oh, he overhits the pass for Almiron, goes out for a goal kick. Honestly, it's a game that at the end, this first half, you're not going to want to watch the highlights. Let me just say that. The crazy thing is, Arsenal would have been looking at the team and said, right, we're too heavily reliant on Odegaard for creativity. So we signed Fabio Vieira, and he hasn't worked, 35 million. We signed Kai Havertz for 65 million, and he hasn't worked. So you've spent 100 million on players, hoping these guys help the creativity, along with Odegaard, and they haven't done anything. And then you've got Emile Smith-Rowe, who's the third one, and he's been injury-prone. So we're now in a situation where we don't have a lot of creativity on the pitch. Jorginho was down injured then, but he's got up. Go on, Kai Havertz. Pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. Tries to find Eddie. Eddie gets pushed to the ground there. You ain't going to get a penalty for that. I think Arsenal put a half-hearted penalty appeal in, but Lascelles was too strong. Not bad there from Havertz. That's the best thing he's done in the game so far. Is it a penalty? Nah, you're not going to get a penalty for that. You're not going to get it. Lascelles is too strong. 10 men, Liverpool beat these lot. They did. They did. Not watch the highlights. It's Kai's moment of the season. Probably is the best thing he's done all season, to be fair. Wrote someone off. Here come Newcastle again. 2 minutes till half time. Trippier on the ball. Finds Bruno Guimaraes. Finds Joel Linton in way too much space. Shoots. It's blocked. See, they shoot from the edge of the box. Gordon finds Guimaraes. Shoots. Drags it wide. Not a good shot. And it's a goal kick to Arsenal. Glenn said, would you take 0-0? I think we can win. I know Newcastle have been probably the slightly better team. I think if we step up, we can win. I just think you've got to make one or two changes, but Jerome, thank you for the super chat, bro. Best thing Kai has done since at Arsenal got a yellow against an opponent. It probably is. Definitely probably his best moment. At least Havertz is stronger than Odegaard, says Abby. You're right. You're right. Yeah, cheeky 1-0, Khalid. That's what I'm looking. That's what I'm looking. Saliba on the ball. Risky play. Risky. Not for Saliba, I'm afraid. 3 players on him. Good tackle, Jorginho. Very good tackle. Good ball. Come on. Jorginho's on the floor again. Get up, man. We ain't got time for that. Here's Tomiyasu on a driving run. Oh! Goes past Almiron. Lovely skill, Tomiyasu. Crosses block, though. Will he get a throw in? He gets barged by Trippier. You got to be stronger than that, bro. Newcastle win the ball back. Oh, Trippier nutmegs Tomiyasu. Here's Bruno Guimaraes up against Martinelli. He tries to nutmeg him and wins a throw. A physical striker like Tony would do as well. Right, there's a VAR check. Something happened on Jorginho. Plays the pass. I tell you what, that's naughty from Bruno. Leads with the forearm. It's a bit naughty, that. I'm telling you now. Granit Xhaka would be on parole for that. Look, they don't want to. They're not interested, are they? Leads with the forearm. You know, no problem. Not even a yellow card. Crazy, innit? We never get anything, do we? People saying online. This guy in the comments saying Havertz is doing well. I don't know what game he's watching. I really don't. Yeah, if that was Xhaka, mate, he'd be on parole. He'd be on parole. Ball over the top. Martinelli, this could be a chance. Martinelli driving run. Cuts inside. Martinelli! Martinelli! Oh, straight up Pope. First decent chance. First shot on target. I think he's got to bend that into the far corner. Tries to go near post and whip it. I think he needs to do the Henry there. Oh, he sat down Trippier as well. Bend it into that far corner. Thierry Henry settings. But they have the ball. Oh, that could have been a chance. I don't know how Guimaraes didn't get a yellow card for that, at least. Ben White's on the floor. Look, here we go. Goes into a slide tackle. He's fuming. Leads with the arm. Nah. Come on. How did Bruno get away with a forearm smash? Crazy. VAR at this point is just shambolic beyond belief. It is. I said it before on other streams. People didn't believe me, man. There's corruption in the Premier League VAR. Nobody can tell me any different. Look at that. Bruno Guimaraes. Now he's pushing Declan Rice. Still hasn't got a yellow card, by the way. Still hasn't got a yellow card. He's forearmed one player, no yellow. Now he's pushing someone, no yellow. Ref ain't going to book him. Probably a Newcastle season ticket holder. Havertz's career is over if it was a red, said Dinashen. Ref gives him a pat on the back. One forearm. Look, he kicks the ball at Havertz. And then he's like, basically what he's trying to say is he took the free kick quick. And Havertz should have got a second yellow card. It's crazy. Absolute madness, this ref. Shocking, but hey, it's the Premier League. What do you expect? 30 seconds till half-time. It's been a boring game. Here's Anthony Gordon. Let's not concede before half-time. Almiron and Trippier, 2v1. Trippier gets down the side of Tomiyasu. Back post. Great header, William Saliba. Declan Rice clears it. That should be half-time, ref. Martinelli loses out there. Throw into Newcastle. Come on, ref. Blow your whistle. We've seen enough. Bait Guimaraes will get sent off. He's got that feisty attitude. You can wind him up. Newcastle have the ball. We're over 4 minutes, but Newcastle have the ball, so he'll play on. Oh, don't you dare give a free kick. He can't wait. No, he blows for half-time. Half-time whistle goes, people. Difficult game to watch. I'm going to be honest. It's boring. Boring first half. Saliba, brilliant. Declan Rice been very good. Everyone else, I mean, the defence have done okay. The keeper's done okay. Nobody else has done anything. Jorginho, average. Havertz, nothing. Martinelli's been quiet. Should have done better with a shot. Saka hasn't done much, and Nketiah hasn't done much. It's slow. It's very slow. Let me get the tweet out. Slow in possession. Game looks winnable if we can create. Get Trossard on second half. Right, let's see. There's a tweet. What do you make of that? I got to be honest, that was a pretty boring first half. Havertz's best game for Arsenal. I mean, people saying that's his best game. I'm struggling to... If we was doing player ratings, he still would not be getting a good rating. What did he do? He clattered someone. Okay, we can big up a clattering, but you could have got sent off. And he played a decent pass to Eddie. We're still scraping the barrel. Let me be honest. He gave the ball away the first 4 times he got it. The standards are on the floor when it comes to Havertz. I'm going to be honest. Who would you take off? I would probably take Eddie off. I think Newcastle will struggle against maybe a Martinelli or a Trossard. We're not looking after the ball. Havertz is terrible. He still hasn't played well. Let's just put it that way. He's been everywhere and he's been better than Saka or Martinelli. Gave the ball away about 3 times at the start. I'd probably give him 5 out of 10 on the player ratings. If that's his best performance, it don't say a lot about him. He won 1 tackle. He clattered someone. Are we at the point now where we're celebrating fouling someone? Like, come on. It was good that he clattered someone that was clattering Saka, who defended his teammate. But that doesn't, you know, he could have got sent off and lost us the game. He played 1 good pass. He hasn't had a shot. I wouldn't say he's played that well. He's done a lot of running around and hustle and bustle. Havertz is playing good. You're just a hater, someone just said. I mean, am I watching a different game? Has he played well? He's run around a lot and he's fouled someone. Is that what we're justifying as a good performance? I don't really understand what the standard of football is now. Is that all? I can go on a pitch, run around a lot and clatter someone and foul them. Are you going to give me 8, 9 out of 10 in the ratings? Come on, man. He's not been our worst player. That's the best I can say about him, and he's ran around a lot. We're matching their bully football. We are. I'll give him that. Iro said Havertz doesn't care. Richard said Saka is so one-footed. Alfred said, you can't convince me these refs aren't paid. I've gotten to the point where I want VAR gone. I'd rather just live with the refs' mistakes like we did for years. VAR won't go anywhere. It's here to stay. Kai's best game, says Jerome. 2 out of 10 performance. Crazy, innit? I can't believe these people in the chat saying he's having a good game. He's been absolute bang average. African Giant said, how in God's green earth is that not a red card? And Bruno? An African Giant's a Chelsea fan, so say no more. It's been a disgrace. If people think Havertz has had a good game, I'm convinced we're scraping the bottom of the barrel. He showed a bit of fighting spirit. He's ran around a bit and made a nuisance of himself. I'll give him that. What's he done on the ball? He played 1 good pass to Eddie. He hasn't had a shot. So I don't know. It ain't about being a Havertz lover or hater. It's about being honest. The guy hasn't done much. He hasn't done much. Are we going to give him 8 out of 10 because he fouled someone and nearly got sent off? The only player in midfield that's having a good game is Declan Rice. Jorginho's been average, sideways and backwards. Havertz he's had a bit of nuisance value. You know, Saka's been poor, hasn't done enough. And Martinelli's been average. He had that 1 shot. Justice said he's playing good today. I won't lie. Listen, I respect anyone's opinion in the chat. As long as you're respectful. but I don't think he has been good. He's playing in the Martin Odegaard role today, attacking midfield, right? Right attacking centre mid. I've seen very little of him on the ball. I haven't seen a shot. He played one good pass to Eddie, and it wasn't a difficult pass, let's be real. Nuisance value, I'll give it him, and he got stuck in with the tackle, but hey, it is what it is. Let's concentrate on the whole game. If people are telling me that Havertz is playing well, I trust me, I might have to go to a full-time NBA channel, because I don't maybe for his level has been so low, we're considering this actual good game for him. But has he had a shot? Has he played a defense splitting pass? Has he nutmegged anyone? Has he done? He's a creative attacking player. He nearly got sent off. He gave the ball away the first 4 times he got it. And he's ran around and jumped around and won a couple of headers. It's been average. But anyway, if that's a good performance, I'm hella confused if we're calling that a good performance. I think we need to make changes. We ain't going to win the game if we're playing like that. Listen, I'm not scapegoating him. I'm saying it because there was loads of people saying he's playing well, and I'm like, what? Don said he had a shot blocked. You don't know football. Oh, Don, man, honestly, you've been in the community for a long time. I respect you, bro. Are we genuinely praising a shot getting blocked? I mean, we're Arsenal. Aren't we trying to catch Man City? This is what I want to ask people. Who are we trying to catch? Are we trying to catch Brentford? Or Brighton? Or we're trying to catch Manchester City, bro. And we're praising a man for having a shot that was blocked. It's wild. Honestly, the standards. We got no chance of winning the Prem if we're doing this. Don, I hope you're on the wind-up. Maybe I've misread it. Shot blocked, you know. Jesus. Expected shots on goal, people. Crazy. Anyway, Perth Aussie Gooner, I got to admit, I love the fight and spirit we are showing against these bullies. Yeah, I respect it. Physically, we're standing up. Goat Steel said, my girl Katrina wants Arsenal to win. Yeah, I hope we do win. Sniper said, no joke, I'm 41, I play occasional five-a-side. I said to the girlfriend I could come on and do more than Havertz has done in all of his games for Arsenal. Facts. Listen, if you get a shot block, that's it. You're man of the match, bro. Richard said, it would be a good performance if we paid 6.5 mil. Exactly that. You've got an agenda, says Eros. I'm just confused. I'm fascinated, though. I'm really fascinated by the opinions. I respect it. Like LSU said, you have to respect the standards, but he's playing better, albeit still not to the standard. Cheer him on. I'm cheering him on. When he gets the ball, I want him to score. But I'm not going to cap either and pretend it's something it's not. Do you know what I mean? I'm just not going to do it, people. And if people think it's an agenda, it's not. He hasn't been the worst player on the pitch. Not at all. He hasn't been the worst player. There's been players on the pitch who are playing worse than Havertz. So that's my positive comment that I'm going to give you for him. He's ran around. He's put a shift in. He clattered someone who was fouling Saka. Well done. And he played a decent 10-yard pass. But if you want me to start saying he's having a good game and you want me to praise him because he had a shot blocked, I'm sorry, I will not go to those levels. I refuse to do that. This ain't a Crystal Palace, a Brentford, a Burnley channel. We're not trying to fight for relegation here. We're trying to catch the best club team possibly in English football history. A shot blocked ain't going to get us closer to Pep Guardiola. What does Daishi think of Kai's performance? I mean, listen, football for me has changed. We're praising players for shots blocked. I tell you what, he can't block. My right hook on his jaw, mate, because that's what he'd be getting if he played for me. Kai Havertz, mate, £65 million. You would never get in this Everton team. Tom Davis, Abdoulaye Doucouré, we're real men. We eat bricks, we eat wood, we eat concrete. There you go. Big up, Sniper. That Bruno elbow was 12-6, not even legal in UFC. He should have been sent off. That is violent conduct. Havertz has an agenda to make us terrible. Well, I don't know. 50%, well, not 50. Some of the chat think he's having a worldie, but it is what it is. He had a shot blocked. If you can't see what he does off the ball, Curtis, you don't understand football. He's had a shot blocked. If he didn't block that shot, there's a chance it might have gone crossbar and in like Tony Yeboah, and we'd be giving him goal of the season. Who knows? But, the shot was blocked. Anyway, yeah, listen, Eddie, non-existent. Trick-or-treating again. Done absolutely nothing. Saka, getting handled by the sloth. He's kicking him. He's tackling him. He's done nothing productive. He's too laid back on the ball. Martinelli hasn't done much. He should have probably done better with that chance. I think if he tries to bend it in the far corner, we could have been in business. Anyway, 4.4k in the chat. Absolute legends, each and every one of you. 60 on Twitch as well. Big up the whole C unit. And make sure you like the video and subscribe. Let's get to 3,000 likes. Comfortably should be in 3,000 today. There's 4,500 of you in the chat. We're at 1.5k, which is great. Let's get that up sooner rather than later. Oh, don't forget, I am on Bleacher Report after this game finishes. Come over, click the link. You do need to download the mobile app to watch that stream. And if you haven't, it will take you to the page to download it on your phone, people. Bruno copying Fury. Thought he could get away with it. He did get away with it. C-Unit business. Let's go another half to go. And like the stream, man. Then listen, let's talk about the positives. Let's talk about the positives. We can win this game. Newcastle, for me, they're trying to press. They're trying to put tough challenges in. And they're not playing that great on the ball. We've seen off that first 20 minutes. Now we need to grow into the game. We need to create something. We need to score. If we can, I think we can beat them. But we're not creating a lot. That's the problem. Big up this channel. It's funny. We actually noticed Havertz do something. We did. He clattered someone. I enjoyed it. But we need more. DTX London. We need better link-up play in the final third. Take off Eddie for Trossard. Move Martinelli up front. I wouldn't mind that. I think Martinelli's pace could trouble them. Da Vinci said, can't lie. It's wild watching adverts on TV and listening to you talk about Havertz. Best game for us. Well, listen, bro. I might have to watch the game back on replay. Maybe he did something that I didn't see. You don't know football, Curtis. Eddie is playing without the ball and making space. Off the ball, he's been incredible. He's been like Ronaldinho without the ball. The problem is when he's on the ball, he's playing like Eddie the Eagle or whatever that guy was called, the swimmer. Remember him back in the day? He's been shocking. But it is what it is. Seeing you on Bleacher Report about the green screen took me back to the old days. Yeah, unfortunately, the system that they use doesn't allow for a green screen. So we're back to the plain wall, people, on that one. But tune in. Eddie the Eel. Is it the eel or the eagle? Whatever he is. An eel, an eagle. It's not very good. Yeah, the eel, actually. Yeah, it's definitely not very good. Eddie needs a strike partner next to him. Well, there's plenty of strike partners in the Championship. I'm joking. Mid-table Prem team. Saliba man of the match so far. Rolls Royce says Elliot. He's just outstanding. He makes everything look so easy. Havertz shots don't get blocked in training. You don't know football. Listen, mate. He scored 50 goals in training this week. He's on fire. Yeah, the Championship. You've got an agenda. He came through our youth system. Anyway, who's that? I think Dan Burn's off. Is that Dan Burn? I'm sure the sloth's been dragged. Dan Burn off. He's back. Mash up. My blood clot back. Oi. And chat then really want to chat. I want that. Dan Burn mash up people. So I actually think that's bad news. Because I actually think Hall, if he comes on at left back, is probably better. But hey, it is what it is. Fraser says, Curtis does not have an agenda other than Arsenal winning. Let him know, bro. Let him know. Please tell me Havertz has been subbed. Some people think he should get man of the match. Not me, by the way. Hall is dangerous, says Usman. I think he's decent, so I actually don't think it's better that he's coming on. Oh, they're bringing on Livramento. He is decent, but he is a natural right back, I think. So let's see how he gets on over there. Unless they move Trippier to left back. How many likes we on? 1.5k. Big up to the community. Can we hit 3k? 4.5k locked in. Second half about to get underway. Rice and Saliba have been our best two players. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Curtis, I've brought Eddie for Haaland on FPL. Uh-oh. You might want to reverse that. Anthony said 65 million down the drain. Kai's shot is blocked again. If this is Havertz having a good game, he must have been even worse than I remember, says Anthony. Big up yourself, bro. Yogi said sometimes we have to stand firm. Well done, 007 Kai. Well, there you go. There you go. Expected shots, blocked shots. Shame on us if we don't win this game. We've got a chance of winning this. Big second half. Listen, Havertz, score the winner. Shut me up. You'll get a shameless green screen tomorrow. And I'll say I've always rated him. And we'll have a good laugh. You know? Arsenal coming back on the pitch. Looks like we've made no substitutions. Same old, same old. This game is winnable. It's there to be won. The coach is chatting to Eddie. And, yeah, we've got the same 11 on the pitch. Expected block shots, people. Carla said, I think Kai is man of the match. Hey, but I think you've had too much to drink. Curtis, do you watch Big Six? Yeah, man, I support Turkish in the Man then when I can, when I know what time it's on. Block shots are the new goals, people. They're the new goals. Typical Arteta, no subs. Right, anyway, let's just focus. Enough chat about who's playing well and who's not. Let's keep it simple, win the game, and then we can enjoy 3 points. This game's there to be won. Also, if we don't get a grip of it, it can be lost, you know. Newcastle to get us underway. And there we go, we're underway, people. Big 45 minutes for Arsenal. Cool bus driver. Curtis, you do have an Havertz agenda. You need to be converted, bro. It's all mad. It's all mad. Caleb said, Big Six and Big C, the only YouTube I need. Big up yourself, bro. Fraser said, I'm conflicted. I want Havertz to do well, but it's not happening. I would be very happy if 30 years from now they build a statue because he becomes an Arsenal legend. Let's hope so. Some would say at times he's played like a statue, but hey, that block shot, though. That block shot. Anyway, can I not watch the BR stream on the web? No, unfortunately, this is on their mobile app only. Listen, no worries if you don't, but it'd be good if you could download it and get involved. Here's Almiron. Big 45 minutes coming up for both teams. Bruno Guimaraes should not be on this pitch. He should have been sent off. The VAR check made nothing of it. Forearm smash round the back of Jorginho's head, and they do nothing. You cannot tell me it's not corruption, but hey, if you were to make changes, who would it be? I'd probably take Eddie off for Trossard. Eddie gets clattered there by Almiron just as I say that. Loses the ball. Doesn't even run back after. Here's Joe Linton. He's driving at the defence. He's got support out wide. Gordon up against Ben White. Clips it into the area. Rice heads it away. Havertz with a push there. Gets away with it though. Fair enough. Well done. Go on, Kai Havertz. Make the run, Eddie. Go on. Oh, Eddie needed to make the run earlier. Here's Saka. He is 1v1 this time with Trippier. Finds Havertz. Oh, it breaks down. We've still got the ball though. Have a pop. Have a pop, Deckers. Here's Martinelli. 1v1 with Livramento. Gets the byline. Goes past Livramento, who does really well and tackles him. And it goes out for a goal kick. That is frustrating. That is frustrating. Big C, you discriminate against poor quality play. I'm allergic to poor quality people. I am. I can't get used to it. Goes out for a goal kick. Jake said, are we supposed to still be trusting the process? Yeah, we're in phase 427, mate. You should love it. Nick Pope kicks it forward up the pitch. Saliba wins the header. Here's Eddie and Nketiah. Is that a free kick? Lascelles barges him in the back. Eddie's asking for a yellow card. Listen, Jamel Lascelles, mate, I know him. Used to play for Forest. Used to see him out in Notts. He's a big guy, man. He's strong. Come from the Championship. He's going to play like that. South London's fine. He said, I wanted Livramento when he was at Southampton. Yeah, he had an ACL injury, didn't he? He was good. Adrian said, you love Kai Havertz deep in your heart. I will if he scores the winner. Then we can start building, you know. Ben White, right-hand side. Good ball in the air. Declan Rice goes up, doesn't make good contact. And Pope catches it. Rice and Lazelle's clash heads there. I hope he's all right. Saka so predictable. A lot of people in the chat today are frustrated with Saka, which you don't see very often. Cozy said, Big C, been on your channel for a while. Daddy's watching WWE. Sort it out, man. I haven't watched wrestling since it was called WWF, mate. That's how old school I am. Here's Callum Wilson up against Gabriel. Superb defending Gabriel Magalhaes. Him and Wilson having a scrap on the floor there as well. Gabriel's been brilliant. Jorginho finds Eddie Nketiah. Good touch. Keep the ball. Out wide to Saka. Ben White on the overlap. Move it, Saka. Jorginho. Declan Rice. Great ball. Ben White. Oh, his crosser's blocked. What a waste. Great ball there by Rice out to Ben White, but the cross is blocked. Declan Rice. Kai Havertz wins the first ball, fouls the second guy. I'm telling you, one bad challenge, he's getting sent off. Sam Hargreaves, new subscriber here. Hope you are well, mate. Welcome to the community. Big up yourself, bro. You made a good choice today. Hope we get to see all the other 42 formations. I don't. I just want to see us win the game. Here's Anthony Gordon. Havertz did well. Won the first tackle. The second one, he fouls him. And the crowd are jumping on it. The players are all, hey, ref. And this ref looks like he's reactive, which is my concern. One more bad tackle, I think. Look, Havertz wins the ball. Oh, mate, you got, honestly, you can see it in his face, the commitment. To be fair, you know, he wins the ball. I actually think he wins the ball. Maybe it's the follow-through. But if he mistimes one of them, he's sent off. You need to manage the game. Even though he has definitely not been the worst player, you know, I think you've got to take him off and just save him from himself. He's probably so desperate to prove himself, it just feels like he might dive into one of them challenges. Eddie's telling players to get further forward and help him. Kai Havertz has put the most pressure on in the match. Honestly, these stats, that I'm sure they didn't exist when I was younger. The most pressures. Pressure bust pipes, people. Anyway, Newcastle have the ball. 5 minutes gone. Eddie wipes out one of their players. Ref says play on. Jamel Lascelles has the ball for Newcastle. Here, Newcastle. Here's Longstaff. We just moved the ball a little bit too slow at times. Keith said he saw Super Kev at the game. He's probably working for TV. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Finds Miguel Almiron. Havertz puts pressure on our mental health, says Scouse Mike. Here's the ball. Livramento, right hand side, whips it in. David Raya takes it, collects it calmly there. Much better. Finds Declan Rice, steps aside there. Love that, Deckers. The ball. Oh, I didn't quite have enough. Would have liked to have seen Martinelli put a bit of pressure on him there. Good play by David Raya and good play by Deckers there. When we are calling for El Neni to come on, shows how bad our midfield is, says Ash. I'm telling you, bro. Maybe put Zinni in midfield, you know. Maybe put Trossard in the 10 or put Trossard up front. Nick Pope on the ball in the area. Clips it long upfield. Can Arsenal ask more questions of him? We just haven't created enough. Joe Linton finds Bruno Guimaraes. That's a dangerous ball. Gordon gets the wrong side of Ben White. Cuts inside. Ben White's got to stand up. Jorginho grabs him. Don't foul. Ball whipped into the area. Great header, William Saliba. And Eddie wins a free kick. About 10 yards outside from the Arsenal penalty area. And Gordon is on the floor. Gordon caught Eddie Nketiah there. Free kick to Arsenal. What's going on with our front three players? So quiet. So quiet. Eddie, he's working hard. Not a lot of service, but you know, not a lot is going off. Saka's been poor as well. And Martinelli quiet. The whole front three have been quiet, to be honest. I genuinely believe our front three is not the same when Jesus is not the central player. He's the connector. I actually think Havertz possibly could play that role and connect a little bit because his hold-up play is not bad. Eddie does not link well with the two wingers. It is a nervy game because it feels like it could be a win, loss, or draw. It's very, very up in the air, to be honest. So we'll see. We'll see. It's there to be won if we're at it. Got to bring Havertz off, trying to channel his inner Granit Xhaka, the bad Granit. Anyway, Arsenal pump the ball into the area. Tomiyasu does well. Shot by Eddie Nketiah. And that's the kind of shot you would see on a Sunday morning. He misses the ball completely. And Newcastle on the break. Almiron. Gordon on the overlap. Gordon's in. Good block. Superb Ben White. Great recovery. Gordon took too long to shoot. Eddie's swinging and missing the ball. Like, I expect to see that on a pubman's game on a Sunday morning. He's tried to volley the ball with his left foot and completely missed the ball. 100 bags a week in the Prem. And Eddie's missing the ball completely. It's wild. It just one of them, innit? Eddie is worth. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Bring the same level of judgment to Kai Havertz. I know. I know. You know my thoughts and feelings on Eddie, though. Do you know what I mean? I gave up on Eddie a long time ago. Havertz is new in the door and costs big money, so we're looking for more from him. You know, that's the difference. And Ketty are doing air shots. Saka goes in for the challenge there with Trippier. Saka is so quiet today. Honestly, I don't know what's going off with Saka at the moment. Look at that from Eddie. Gabriel had a good little scrap there with Wilson. Almiron gets it. Gordon on the overlap. Ball's up in the air. Can Martinelli bring it down? Martinelli shoots. Comes to Havertz. Here's your moment. Oh! Hits it straight and Nketiah. Do you know what, Don Arsenal? If Eddie wasn't in the way there, you never know. That might have gone top corner. Now Eddie's blocking shots. I can tell you very confidently that shot was not going in. It didn't have a lot of power. I'd love Havertz to score the winner and shut me up. I really would. But he loves strikes again. Get Eddie off this pitch, mate. Get him off. He's useless today. Saka been watching the Odegaard highlights. Curtis, stand up if you hate Tottenham. I can't ignore it, can I, Jake? I gotta. Gabriel's rolling around the floor. He's trying to get sent off. Go on, Eddie, pass! You greedy little thing. So greedy. Should have passed. He was never going to outpace Lascelles there. Here's Tomiyasu. Please, let's create a chance. Here's Havertz. Starts again with Saliba. Saka's ghosting now. I think they're taking it in turns. Saka needs competition. Doesn't look sharp. Curtis looks below his level best. You're right. Ball over the top. Trippier. It's a terrible ball. Goes out for a goal kick to Newcastle. Mackay, no Saka. Yeah, he ain't turning up. Here we go. Wilson. Wilson and Gabriel. Another little push. Close to the face. I've seen them give them. I like the battle them two are having, though. It feels like an honest battle. Gabby Jesus would have been here, damn me. He would have been. That's what we need. Nelson Trossard on, Saka Havertz off. I'd get Eddie off, to be fair. Greedy little thing, man. Not pretty little thing. The girl's clothing brand. Greedy little thing. They are doing a VAR check on Callum Wilson. Now, I'm not being funny. The Bruno Guimaraes one was worse than that. He ain't going to yell a card. He said play on. They're having an honest battle, to be fair. They're having a really good battle. I don't mind seeing that, you know, as long as it's fair. A proper, honest battle. We're not doing enough going forward. We're not doing enough. As much as I'm saying we can beat Newcastle, yeah, you've got to create... Oh, Eddie's... I'm calling Saka Eddie. That's how bad it's getting. He unballed that. He got away with it. You've got to create something to win the game. If you don't create nothing, you ain't winning nothing. Havertz gets tackled there by Joe Linton, throwing on the halfway line. Chris said a good old school battle. As an old centre-back, I love to see it. It's brilliant. Proper football, man. I know I might come across as old school, but I love it. It's proper football. Bring on Trossard and Zinchenko. I wouldn't mind that. Here's Eddie Nketiah. Finds Ben White, who finds Saka. Few passes there. Come on, get forward. We're not getting forward enough. Gabriel finds Gabriel Martinelli, left-hand side. Livramento's getting close to him as soon as he gets the ball. Declan Rice. We've got to move the ball a little bit quicker for me. It still reminds me of the last couple of games. We get the ball and we slow down. Concept, big up, bro. I would take a smelly 1-0 and get out of it. Take the 1-0 and run, bro. Off someone's kneecap, their ankle, their shoulder. I don't care how. An own goal. A stinky 1-0. It could get bad, though. Gabriel, good tackle. There was honours there. Gabriel Martinelli does well. Now he is 1v1 with Livramento. Get at him. Go on. I should have had a run. Finds Tomiyasu. Keep moving the ball. Deckers, make the run. Don't slow it. Don't slow it down. Saka's in acres with 2v1. Give it in, Ben. Don't shoot. Here's Saka, right-hand side. Slows it down. It's too predictable. It's too slow. Ball whipped in by Ben White. Puts it out for a goal kick. It's terrible. It's absolutely dreadful. The amount of quality in this game is distinctly lacking. Look at that from Bruno Guimaraes to Jorginho. He's barged him in the back and then told him to get up. Man's not happy with him. You know, Jorginho, I think, is born in Brazil. Moved to Europe and played for Italy. Maybe Bruno don't like him, man. He said, you're not a real Brazilian. Joe Willock's coming on for Newcastle. He'd get in this Arsenal midfield, to be honest, Joe Willock. That was so poor from Ben White, by the way. Build-up play. You get it out wide. He just whacks it out for a goal kick. Terrible. We need to make subs. 30 minutes to go, Eros. You're bang on. Bruno's doing the dark arts, man. Here's Declan Rice up against Lascelles. He needs support. Twists and turns. Good ball. Kai Havertz dives. Looking for a penalty. You got to be careful there, you know. He could have got booked for a dive. Here's Saka. Arsenal still have possession. Jorginho. Eddie's on the floor. Get off the floor. We need you to get up and do something. Get up! There's nothing wrong with you! Now he does get up. Martinelli cuts inside Livramento. Starts again, Jorginho. Have a pop. Somebody shoot. He's begging for a pass. Why not have a pop? It's Tomiyasu, left-hand side. We have got to make substitutions. This team ain't going to win us the game. Rice finds Martinelli. Chip to the back post, headed away. Declan Rice heads it wide. Half a chance. Well done, Deckers. Deckers is the driving force. Good little 1-2 with Martinelli. Stands it up to the back post. No one attacking it. Deckers with the header. Goes wide. Unfortunate. I think we need to make changes. I really do. Newcastle are bringing on Willock. We should be bringing on Trossard. At least Trossard. Maybe even Zinni. Who's coming off? Number 9. Jacob Murphy's coming off as well. Is that Wilson? Are they going to play with no striker, or is Joe Linton going to go up front? Callum Wilson comes off, so they won't have a recognised striker. Joe Willock comes on. Who's the other one coming off? Almiron. Almiron off for Murphy and Willock on for Wilson. I think they're going to put Joe Linton up top. But the thing what confused me, I always say about Arteta, don't be reactive, be proactive, you know? We've got good players on the bench. There's 28 minutes to go. What are you waiting for? What the hell are you waiting for? Yeah, make the subs, man. Jerome, big up, bro. This must be what Mikel Arteta has these man doing in training. I hope not, because it must be a bad training session. Saka there gives it away. 2-pack settings. I see no changes, says Guna for life. Newcastle go long. 28 minutes to go. Ball over the top, Joe Linton. Gabriel doesn't clear it well. He's fouled. Shot by Murphy. Drags it wide. It might stay in on the far side. Willock keeps it in. Go out to him, Ben White. Whips it in. David Raya misses it. They've scored. David Raya flaps it. Anthony Gordon gives Newcastle the lead. I've said it before and I'll say it again. What the hell are you waiting for, Mikel Arteta? A lookalike, Claire Balding, has just scored, given them the lead. Our only hope is that that ball has gone out of play for a goal kick. That's the only thing we've got. Otherwise, end the stream, Dave. End it. Has that ball gone out of play, Joe Willock? What the hell is David Raya doing coming for that cross and missing it? Gabriel misses the ball completely. Murphy's shot is so bad, he drags it. Please tell me it's gone out. I think I don't want to get anyone excited. I believe that's gone out. Oh, Raya, you've had an absolute nightmare. You've had a nightmare. VAR save us. Is it out of play? That's out. That is out. That is out of play. That is 100% out of play. I don't want to hear nothing. That is out. Stevie Wonder can see that's out. That is out of play. Joe Willock's done as once a gooner, always a gooner. He's let it roll out. They're checking whether it was a foul at the back post. You don't need to check the foul. It's out of play. Why are you checking the foul? The ball's out of play. You don't need to check the foul, bruh. And it's a foul as well. He pushes him. Can somebody explain to me why they're even checking the foul in the first place? The ball's out of play. If this goal gets given, it's cheating beyond belief. The ball's out of play. So why are you checking the foul 20 times? I'm scared because I feel like he's ignoring the ball being out. It was out. Why are they checking the foul? The ball's out of play. You don't need to check the foul. He's doing slow motion on the foul. I'm telling you now, if they give this goal, it's unbelievable. I think VAR are basically saying the ball was in play. This is concerning. I do not... Yeah, get ready for the apology from PGMOL. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. They're checking the foul. They're basically saying the ball didn't go out. They're checking for offside. What? What the hell is going on here? Disallow the goal. The ball went out of play and get on with it. And he's pushing him in the back. You can see he's got both hands on his back. How many things do you need to go wrong? Ball's out of play. He's pushed him. He's replayed this 50 times. Gary Neville's shocked, saying, oh, it's Gabriel's looking for the free kick. David Raya's had an absolute shocker. And he's offside. Possibly offside. So now they're checking offside. What do you mean you're not sure, Gary Neville? What's he talking about? Ain't he offside as well? Because he's beyond the goalkeeper. He's either offside, the ball's out, or it's a foul. You cannot possibly give a goal. There's 3 situations there. There's no way it can be given. It can't be a goal. There you go. He's offside, Gary Neville. Cry about that, you waste man. Lauren was a better right back than you anyway. So desperate for that goal to be given, isn't he, Gary Neville? Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Scumbag. How many times they need to check it? The ball looks... He's given a goal. I'm done. I am done. You're a cheat. They're cheating. No, I'm done. I am finished. I'm done. This is daylight robbery. Daylight robbery, people. That is the worst decision I have ever seen. I'm done. I'm finished. Daylight robbery. Three situations to disallow it, and you don't give one of them. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe it. I'm done. I'm finished. I feel like turning the game off. I don't want nothing to do with this game. I can see how this game's going to go now. I can see it. He'll probably send Havertz off. So the ball's out of play. He pushes Gabriel in the back, and he looks possibly offside, and he doesn't give any of them. He runs off. He actually looked like he was celebrating the goal. He was celebrating the goal, the referee. He ran off. He joined in the celebrations. That is the worst decision I have ever seen. Out of play and pushed in the back. Oh my days. They're cheats. They are cheats. We are watching cheating in 4K. It's absolutely ridiculous what we are seeing here, people. We are watching cheating live in 4K. Write off the Premier League. Write it off. I'm not interested. This is why I said win the Carabao Cup. Because the Prem, we ain't winning it. We can't win it, right? We're not good enough to win it anyway. But if you're giving that goal right off the league, just step out of the league. Just stay safe in the Prem and leave it. PJMOL, Apology FC, concept, bro. It's a shambles. Dinishen, VAR is wrong, but Arsenal is bang average. We are bang average. And in my player ratings, you will see that I'm not going to allow the team to get away with that. I'm going to tweet as well. What was Raya doing? I told man, none of these keepers are that good. None of them. They're both all right. None of them are elite. Are we going to... 21 minutes to go, we haven't made a sub. We haven't made one substitution. 70 minutes gone, no changes. 2-pack settings. Title race is over, by the way. I can't believe what I'm watching. It's going to be a long season, man. Going to be a long season. Jorginho, Havertz, Saka, all these guys, Eddie and Nketiah, still on the pitch. Listen, let's get one thing clear, right? Let me get one thing totally clear with everyone. We have not done anywhere near enough to win this game. There's at least 5-6 players who are playing poor. I'm not going to hide. I'm not delusional. I'm not going to say that we are playing well. We are not playing well. But that doesn't mean that you should get a goal given against you that doesn't count. Because it's 0-0 and we've got 20 minutes to score 1 and win the game. Now we've got to score 2 to win the game. And we don't look like we've got 2 shots on target in us, never mind 2 goals. So I'm not hiding from the fact we've been awful today. We don't deserve to win this. Look at that Tomiyasu, man. Who are you playing a 1-2 with? The Invisible Man. We're awful. We're terrible. Spent 210 million and we're worse than last season. I said it the other day, people, on one of the streams. I think we'll finish third. I think Liverpool will finish above us. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. How on earth did Joe Willock keep that ball in when you can see the daylight between the ball? But listen, let's get on with it. There's just no point. There's no point even moaning. Arsenal corner, 19 minutes to go. We haven't made a change. Martinelli whips it in. It's flicked on. Goes out for a corner on the other side. As Nick Pope had a decent save to make in this whole game. David said, Imbon here, watching the game like an idiot. My mind was telling me no, but my heart was telling me to watch it. I thought you were singing R. Kelly lyrics then. Disgraceful referee, arrogant coach, missing world-class players. Honestly, what's happened today should not be allowed to happen in this division. It just shouldn't. You should never be able. How can a ref, 2 linesmen, and a 4th official, and then those guys doing VAR all get that decision wrong? It doesn't make no sense how you all get that decision wrong. But we don't deserve nothing out of this game. We've been rubbish. We've been absolutely rubbish. So Stuart, thank you for the super chat, bro. He said, neutral here. In all honesty, I counted 3 reasons why that wasn't a goal. Ball out, obvious push, the ball comes off the arm, never a goal, never. Incredible VAR failure, shocking. Ben White's come off as Zinchenko. I mean, listen, you can say best case scenario, we draw the game, which is a point, not the end of the world, but still not great. Take your pick. The ball's out. Oh, God, push in the back and potentially offside. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable how that ball is not out of play. As soon as I saw the ball, I actually want to show people the picture. In fact, let me wait because Newcastle are on the attack. Joe Willock's ruined it for us. Tries to go past Saliba. Saliba wraps him up. It's a goal kick. I'm going to show you this picture. Look at that. Look at that. How on earth is that ball in play? Do I need glasses? Let me move this because I think the super chat's blocking it. How is that ball in play? I don't understand how anybody can tell me that ball's on the pitch. It's out. It's out of play. But you know what? I saw this performance coming after Wednesday. I saw it. We are not a team that can get beaten like that and recover. We just can't. We don't bounce back from defeats. We do not. And I'll be honest, if we lose this game 1-0, I mean, you don't know what would have happened at 1-0. Maybe we would have got a win, a late goal. And there's no excuse for that refereeing. But as I always say, look at yourself before you blame other people. We've been awful today. We've been awful. Here's Martinelli. Finds Eddie. How is Eddie still on this pitch leading the line? 74 minutes. And we've brought Zinchenko on at left back for Ben White. We don't even put him in midfield. Here's Declan Rice. How is Havertz still on, says John. Bro, he had a shot blocked in the first half. Apparently that warrants keeping you on. Sam said, check VAR betting accounts. Bro, big up, member for 23 months. Vincent said, I think the TV producers gave the goal. Gary Neville, mate, I think he's got an Alan Shearer Newcastle top on. He was so desperate for them to score. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe the way he was going on in commentary. So, I told you things. The midfield was not good enough. The midfield connects the attack. Martinelli whips in back post. Ducks his head. Goal kick. We're a disgrace. We are not good. The best thing is, right? And listen, what these referees have done today is a disgrace, right? There's no way whatsoever you can get away from that decision. Is just complete cheating. I said it the other week, and people were messaging me, right, saying, honestly, people were messaging me saying, you need to be careful saying that about the Premier League and stuff if you want to get work in the future. I said, I don't care. VAR is corrupt in the Premier League. Nobody can tell me nothing. There's corruption. 4 people, ex-refs, can't get that decision right. It's nothing other than cheating. But let's get one thing clear here, people. Let's get one thing clear. That goal shouldn't stand. 100%. Trossard's coming on now. But this manager's taken us backwards from last season. We took 1 step forward last year. We've taken 2 steps back. We are worse than last season. Our style of football is horrible. Declan Rice is babysitting the midfielders. We're saying people are having good games because they've had a shot blocked, right? Jorginho's playing sideways and backwards. Saka's fell off. Don't look like he can run past any fullback. Martinelli ain't doing much, ain't getting the ball. Eddie leading the line is non-existent. He's going to live off that hat-trick for the next 6 months. And we look poor. We ain't winning no title. Forget it. Write it off. We're nowhere near as good as Man City. Nowhere near. And don't let that 1-0 victory cloud your vision. Man City are a better team than us comfortably. With no Kevin De Bruyne. Right? No Kevin De Bruyne. We are not good enough. We don't have the squad depth. People said that window was an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. What a window. No. Timber got injured. That's harsh. It's sad. Raya is not that good. Right? He's not handling the pressure of a big club. And Kai Havertz is shocking. He's doing nothing. He's doing absolutely nothing. We're complimenting him on having a shot blocked. And then Declan Rice has been superb. We've signed Declan Rice to be a babysitter. He's carrying people every game. Canadian Gooner said Rice had a better midfield at West Ham. He had Paqueta in front of him and Souček, who did dirty work. Murphy's coming off. I think his shoulder's gone. Richard said the curvature of the ball is still on the line. Oh, okay, maybe it's the angle. Refs have cheated. Eddie's dragged. He'll probably get a new deal. And Jorginho comes off. That guy's... Oh. Awful performance. Fabio Vieira's on for Jorginho. Do you think these guys coming on are going to make a difference? Why are you making changes with 12 minutes to go? You could have made these changes at half time. How has Eddie got 78 minutes on the pitch? Serious questions starting to come into my mind about this manager. Honestly, this week's been horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. 3-1 at West Ham. Now what? Newcastle have been terrible and they don't deserve the goal, but have we deserved to score? No. So by right, it should be 0-0. Point wouldn't have been that bad, but why can we not create? Zinni. Come on. Havertz, deliver. Gets the byline, crossed in, it's blocked. It goes out for a corner. Perf Aussie Gooner. Curtis, watch the VAR again. The picture showed the ball over the line. They then rolled it forward to show the ball on the line and froze the picture again. Corruption at its best. I mean, I'll watch it back after. It's crazy, bro. And then he pushes Gabriel. Then there was a possible offside and a possible handball. White Glove said the game's over. Let me make the changes. It's crazy. 10 minutes to go plus time added on. Trossard to take the corner. He should have been on at half time. And Ketty looked like he was going to cry. Bro, that's how we feel watching him play up front. That's how we feel. Make sure you're free tomorrow around 2 p.m. I think we've got some stuff to talk about. Here's Trossard. Can he rescue us? Stands it up to the back post. Bullied. Nobody even jumped for the header. Newcastle clear it. Saliba, good lad. Great header. Trossard, you've got goal side of him there. Joel Linton. Don't foul him. Trossard. It's hammering down with rain. Maybe it's the rain, people. It's too wet. We couldn't see the ball. Long ball. Saliba does well. Zinchenko, come on. At least get an equaliser. Intervention tomorrow. This is shocking. I told you it's so difficult being an Arsenal fan. Even when we're supposedly a good team, they find a way to cause pain as a fan. Look at that pass, Martinelli. That's poor. Havertz, left-hand side, deliver. It's a good ball in. No one's even there. Here's Saka, back post. He's been awful. Can he create something? Goes to the byline. Pass. Do something. Somebody shoot. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Fabio Vieira gives the ball away. Send him back to Portugal with some creatine in his passport. He's rubbish as well. Get rid of these flimsy, bang average players. Stop making excuses for them. I don't want to hear about block shots. Give him time. Martinelli's offside. He's looking across the whole of the defence. Use your head, brother. Get rid of these Fabios, these Havertz, these Jorginhos, these bombs. Get them out. Get them out. They're rubbish. You ain't never winning titles with players like that in your team. Saka, I don't know who this guy is. This looks like his twin brother playing because I don't know where he's gone. He's disappeared off the face of the earth. Just shows family podcast. Without Odegaard, we have zero creativity. None. We can't create nothing. Newcastle have the ball. You might as well end this game. That's offside, surely. Ref puts his flag up. As bad as that goal is, and it's horrendous, and listen, we will talk about corruption. Don't ignore the fact what David Raya did for that goal, right? Don't ignore what he did. That was absolutely shambolic from David Raya, and you're telling me this guy's an upgrade. What you've done, you've brought this guy in, and Ramsdale's confidence is shot to pieces. So now he has... headed away. So Ramsdale's confidence has gone. Raya's come in, Mr. Cool and Calm on the ball. He's coming out doing the Superman and missing the ball. Get him back to Brentford. This ain't Brentford, bro. We ain't trying to finish 10th. Send him back and get Ivan Toney. And go and buy a proper goalkeeper, a world-class one. Buy cheap, you buy twice. Send Raya back. It's crazy. Alfred said, only effing team in the world with a winger that needs a creative player. The other wingers create for themselves and others. Been like that throughout the history of football, but not at Arsenal. It's crazy. It's crazy. Did you see people playing through balls to Robin and that? You just gave him the ball. He'd rip someone apart and probably bend one in. Oh, but we're the youngest team in the league. They're only babies. Declan Rice looks for Saka. Saka has been useless. Tomiyasu kicks the ball out for a goal kick. I want this game over. I've had enough. I've seen enough. 50%, yeah, referees cheated us, no doubt. No doubt. But the others, the team's been an absolute disgrace. Team has been an absolute... This performance is no better than West Ham. No better than West Ham. Look at the state of David Raya on that cross. Coming out, flapping at it. Partey and Gabriel injuries mean we'll finish third. If we're lucky, bro. If we're lucky. Tottenham, they'll beat Chelsea probably on Monday. Should have got Kudus. I mean, he's scoring bicycles. He scored a bicycle today. But at our £65 million signing, he's got a shot blocked. Fact, Saka is not going to... He might have to go left wing, go back to old school wing play and just run past people. Vieira. In fact, I'm not calling him Vieira. I'm calling him Fabio until further notice. Here's Havertz, left-hand side. He's given up. He's stopped. We managed to win a throw-in or a corner. Arteta, mate, you're going to have some questions. And don't hide behind that refereeing decision. These last two performances have been embarrassing. Usman said, I'm curious, though, when someone makes a mad statement like Kai is caca, does it affect how you view them, meaning their credibility when talking football? Well, it's not going to improve your credibility if you say it reminds you of him. You know, that's for sure. Corner to Arsenal. Willock's better than Havertz, says Ish. Trossard in swinger. 5 minutes to go. I have not enjoyed this game at all. Whips it in. Free header. Lazelle's no challenge. Absolutely shocking. No fake scores, please. We just don't need that. Not now. Trossard whips it in. Havertz with the flick. Somebody! It's Havertz. Gabriel finds Havertz. Oh, I thought he was going to shoot. Saka. Fabio Vieira. Can somebody have a shot? Martinelli, left-hand side. Give him the ball! Trossard! Trossard! Shots blocked. At least he tries to shoot. This is horrible to watch. We're horrible. Zinni gives it away. Livramento's fouled. We have been shocking. Shocking, shocking, shocking. Absolutely shocking. We've been awful. We haven't created nothing. We never look like scoring. It's just absolutely terrible. You don't win titles with Nketiahs, Jorginhos, Fabios, Havertz. You ain't winning titles with them. You just ain't. You ain't winning nothing. Passenger 57, man. Wesley Snipe settings. 4.5k in the chat. Appreciate the support, though. Shambolic week for Arsenal Football Club. Knocked out of the Carabao Cup. Oh, we're not bothered. We're going for the big trophies. What, this trophy, yeah? The arrogance. The pure and utter arrogance of the manager. And to throw away that cup midweek and say, we don't care about it because you think we're going to win the title. Bruno Guimaraes elbows someone in the face and now gets a yellow card when he should have been booked 4 times. Ref loves him. Ref loves this guy. I have to admit, I wish he played for us. At least he's got some bite about him. And he's got the dark arts. Garbo said, apparently Stockley Park have issued a statement There was no clear angle to see if there was a foul on Gabriel. I'm not interested in any apology, any nothing. It means nothing. None of it. He should be off. He should have been booked about 3 times. We are going 5th by Monday. Bigger fish to let rot. First defeat of the season in the Premier League, people, if we don't equalise. And we don't look like we can equalise. Come on. Here's Gabriel Martinelli. Livramento gets him again. He hasn't got past him once and he's fouled him. Don't touch him. The man's on the... Why barge into his back, Gabriel Martinelli? Use your loaf. Curtis, you were spot on with Arteta's talent ID last stream. What did we say? He's got 9 out of 27 correct. 1 in 3 he gets right. Anthony said, I feel bad for Rice. So do I. This is harder than playing for West Ham. He had Paqueta and Souček. Souček runs, Paqueta's quality on the ball. Marty said, I miss Xhaka. So do I. Never thought I'd say it. Release the audio for VAR. Let us listen to it, said Content. It will only inflict more pain on us. That's it. That's all it's going to inflict. I'm personally not interested in the apology, the audio, none of it. It can't change the result. Here's Havertz on the ball. Wins a throw-in. That might get him an 8 out of 10. Some people might say he's man of the match. Here is Havertz. Now that's through ball, gives it straight to the keeper. Maybe that was a shot. Maybe he had a shot. Stuart said, serious question. What explains Saka's bizarre performance downgrade? How does a player of his talent and pace fall off this badly? I have no idea. Is he tired? Is he injured? Is he becoming predictable? Is he now at a stage where every club doubles up on him because his reputation is big and he can't deal with the fact that clubs are going 2v1 against him? That's when you realise. That's why I said I don't believe he's world class. Because your Salahs and them, man, they can go past 2 defenders. They get doubled up on every week and still rip you apart. Saka maybe can't deal with that yet. Oh, Livramento wipes out Martinelli there. He does get the ball, but he clatters him. This ref has been completely controlled by this St. James's Park crowd. 8 minutes added on. Bruv, I never wanted Emery or that loser. Nobody called Arteta. I wanted Rijkaard and Ancelotti. Champions League winners, real winners. I hold the Kroenkes accountable. They don't want winners. They want yes men like Arteta. Free kick to Arsenal. 8 minutes added on. What a terrible game of football. Xhaka is way better than Kai. He is balling now, says Dinishen. I agree. Sebastian, Big C, I think this chapter is done. I think we maxed out last season. We should start planning for his succession. I agree with everything you're saying there. Not done in terms of we're not a bad team all of a sudden. I think title challengers are done. Out the window. Which is why I said the other day, you can't throw away a Carabao Cup because we're not winning a Champions League or a Prem with this manager and this squad. It's not happening. It's not happening. I would be making phone calls. Roberto Mancini's, Zinedine Zidane's, winners, elite managers. I would be having conversations. I'm sorry, I'm calm. I'm not overreacting. I want the best for this football club. We've never hired a world-class manager, so why not let's hire one and see how it goes. Free kick to Arsenal. Fabio Vieira to take it. Whips it in. They've won every header, Newcastle. We don't get near one. Trossard gets bullied. 2v1. Willock, good tackle. Declan Rice, mate. You're one of the only players that deserves anything out of this game. You've been an absolute quality player, that guy is. It almost feels like he's carrying our midfield. It's a disgrace. Yogi said we're being robbed. Simple. Yeah, we have been robbed. Totally been robbed. No doubt. But look at the Arsenal performance. We've been an absolute disgrace. We've done nothing to win this game. Tom Pope, what's his name? Tom Pope? Nick Pope? He's had nothing to do. He had a shot straight at him in the first half. Listen, as far as title challengers and all that, bin it. Bin it tonight. Save yourself the pain of thinking we can still win it. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. Look at Declan Rice, last man. Look at him. Look at the work rate. And he's offside as well, the guy. The guy is absolutely superb. He deserves better than this. Saliba, you've been brilliant. I think Gabriel's done well as well against Callum Wilson. He's had an honest battle with him. The rest of them have been an absolute disgrace. I don't want to hear... People can say that's been Havertz's best game. He's been rubbish. That ain't the standard. If that's acceptable, we ain't winning nothing. Jorginho, sideways, backwards, he's a crab. He's done nothing. Martinelli, clueless today. Saka, non-existent. And Ketia, waste of time. That contract was a disgrace of a contract. Waste of time, people, some of these players. Absolutely. Half a dozen players should not be playing for Arsenal. Corner to Arsenal. I'd love Declan Rice to score because he deserves it. He deserves it. Trossard to take it. 5 minutes to go. The game's been shocking. If you haven't watched the game, don't watch the highlights. Save yourself the time. It's been woeful. Trossard whips it in. Flicked on. It's cleared. They win every header, Newcastle. Every single header they win it. They want it more than us. Trixie said, how long have I said, even with the quality we have, we are nowhere near good enough. Rice is probably wishing he went to City. Wow. Who could blame him? Come on. Tavan said, we can't even blame the referee. He wouldn't have scored anyway. Trossard whips it in. Again, they win the header. Every single header, they've won it. Every header. They want it more than us. We look rattled. Ball over the top. Look, Willock. 4 minutes left. I can't wait for this game to finish. Can't wait. It's been horrible. Declan Rice, man of the match, along with Saliba and Gabriel. They've been excellent, those three. I mean, Ben White's been okay. Tomiyasu's been okay. A bit wasteful in possession. The rest of them, you're an absolute disgrace. Look at Declan Rice. Still winning tackles. Man of the match. Man of the match. The rest of you, mate. The front three and the other two centre mids should be ashamed of themselves. And I love Saka and Martinelli, but I'm sorry, mate. This is unforgivable. And we got to start saying, hang on a minute. How is one of the best right wingers in Europe looking like he can't play football? Saka looks woeful. Saka looks woeful at the moment. Saliba whips it in. Guess what? They win the header. We're not even challenging for the header. David Raya, send him back to Brentford and go and buy a world-class goalkeeper. Neither one of our goalkeepers are elite. Get rid of him. If you're going to replace Ramsdale, fine. Get an upgrade. Don't get somebody on a similar level. Zinchenko hits the byline, drills it across. Newcastle clear it, unmarked, no challenge. Comes back out. Martinelli whips it in. It's a poor cross. Gabriel gets pulled there. He should have gone down. He could have got a pen. Go on, Gabby. Love that. Trippier fouls him. Free kick to Arsenal. Even if we score, I'm not celebrating. Honestly. If we equalise, I'm not celebrating. Saka and Martinelli lack trickery. One-trick ponies have been worked out. Saka needs competition. Eddie needs an upgrade. Awful game. Long season ahead. Big up Concept. Big up all of you tuned in. 4,700. I'll be watching NBA for the foreseeable future. If we don't get something out of this, I'm not interested. Mike Mignon from AC Milan. Maignan? However you pronounce it. Just get a better goalkeeper than this. We've got a goalkeeper who's not even better. Free kick to Arsenal. 2 minutes to go. Crossing situation. Fabio. Will we win one header in this game? Ball whipped in. It's not bad. Pope punches it out. Martinelli. Finds Trossard. Plays a 1-2. Good play. Trossard shoots. It's blocked. It's a corner. 99 Guna said Saka's a left back. I would take Keylor Navas. Bit old. Bit old. He was good. He's decent, but just sell Rice, Saliba, Gabriel so they can win something. It's embarrassing. We got robbed, but our performance is shocking. Just keep them guys and put better players around them. Corner, last minute of the game. Trossard whips it in. Will we win a header? Of course we won't. We don't deserve nothing out of this game. I'm telling you now, yeah, we've been robbed of a point. I'm not hiding behind the performance. We definitely don't deserve to win. We've done nothing to create. Throw in, 30 seconds to go. We've gone backwards, people. We've gone from title challengers, we'll go to top 4 challengers, where we was 2 years ago. All or nothing documentary days. 20 seconds left. Fabio is playing around with the ball. You look at the state of that pass. I don't want nothing to do with these players. I can't relate to these players. Fabio Vieira overhits the pass to Declan Rice. It goes out for a throw. We've lost the game. This team, this manager, I'm not interested. There'll be grenades on Twitter tonight. We've lost the game. The tweet's going out straight away. We've lost 1-0. There's no holding back today. Wayne Wonder settings, man. No letting go, no holding back, because our midfield's lazy. We'll leave it there. Listen, there's two sides to this game. You'll get two different narratives, and both of them are true. Number one, the goal should have never stood. The ref, VAR, all of them, they're cheats. They're absolute cheats. They've robbed us. They've robbed us of 1 point. They've robbed us of a point. Make no mistake about that, right? 100% VAR are scandalous. I told you this corruption in the Premier League, right? They owe us a point. But let's get one thing clear. We were garbage today. We were garbage. We were absolutely garbage. We're going backwards. We're going backwards. Carrying players like Havertz and Ketia. Who else? Jorginho. Fabio. Rubbish. Rubbish. El Neni. Cedric. Yeah, there's the tweet. The grenade's out. It's out. What has happened? There's so many different narratives to talk about. I don't know where to start. I'm on Bleacher Report in 15 minutes, so I'm going to try and do 5-10 minutes of chat. Title over. Title over. I'm sorry. People say, oh, overreact now, but title's done, mate. 3 points behind City. City have had a wobble. They've lost 2 games. We should be ahead of them. What a week. I told people in the week. I got messages after that Arsenal therapy. A lot of you were like, brilliant therapy. You brought, good stats and facts up. But there were some people going, oh, it's only the Carabao Cup. Well, look, domino effect. You lose heavily. People start to question themselves. Confidence drops. You go to a difficult game and you don't turn up. Don't turn up. Did we do anything to win today? Did that goalkeeper have to make a save today? One shot. Let me look at the stats. Let me look at the stats. I'm fuming, but I'm not surprised. 1 shot on target in 90 minutes. 1 shot on target in 90 minutes, which was that Martinelli shot in the first half. Well, listen, man. We don't deserve to win. We should have got a point. The ref nicked a point off us. Trixie said beat City, then we go into idiot mode. Think we better than what we are? We'll beat Man City. We're going to win the league. Nah, mate. No. You got to beat all these teams. Embarrassing. Sports Genius, Big C, last year we had Jesus and Xhaka fighting. We have downgraded on Xhaka. That is on Arteta. Havertz, Fabio, Jorginho. These are his signings. Sam said, might be time to rip another shirt. I refuse to do it, Sam. Inflation. I'll use it as a cloth. PRFC, get this manager out and these fraudulent players. I've had enough. It's just embarrassing. Can't even focus on the poor refereeing. Big up Marco, man. Big up yourself, bro. I tell you what, the manager's managing like that Noel Edmonds picture at the moment. Dinner Shen, bigger fish to fry. Newcastle ate that fish. That is just top quality super chat. Top quality. Top quality. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Let's get one thing clear. We did get cheated. We got cheated. No doubt about it. But, this is a big but, by the way. What did we do ourselves? Because there'll be people online today that will hide behind the cheating. And we can't hide from it. It's there in broad daylight. We should have got a point. We should have got a point. But we were terrible today. We were absolutely shocking. We had one shot on target in 90 minutes. How are you supposed to win that game with one shot? What did our attack do today? We have no creativity without Odegaard. So we can criticise him and call him a ghost. But when he's not playing, boy, we look like a whole team of ghosts. I ain't seen Saka for about 4 weeks. Martinelli was playing like a speedboat with no steering wheel today. Eddie Nketiah, that Sheffield United hat-trick seems a long time ago, man. John said, yo, that's not a grenade, Curtis. That's a nuke. I'm not playing games. I let that clip off quick. The Arteta fanboys will be crying. They'll be going absolutely mental in the comments. Oh, the referee cheated us and he's talking about Arteta. It's not just about today, bro. I'm talking about 210 million that got spent in the summer and made our team worse. I'm talking about downgrading on Granit Xhaka with Kai Havertz. We waited all them years to get rid of Xhaka and you bought somebody worse. I'm talking about David Raya. What did David Raya do in goal today? He thought he was Superman. You cannot maintain poor performances. We've been saying all season, boy, we're not playing very well, man. We're not playing very well. And people go, yeah, but it's a sign of a good team. We're not playing well and winning. All right, cool. Let's see how long that lasts. Let's see how long that lasts. Let's look at the levels. They got Rodri starting centre mid. We've got Jorginho. Even if Rodri's out, Kovacic's still a baller. Jorginho. What do you think Jorginho is going to do for your football team in 2023 with 17 pace? He ain't going to do a damn thing. Ain't going to do a thing. Got rid of his keeper, fine. Did you upgrade him? No, he's no better than Aaron Ramsdale. He's come out. Superman, that whole, and I mean you, then that's open, and I mean you. I thought it was the Soldier Boy video. David Raya, bro, are you mad? From Brentford. This is the big upgrade. You sold Emi Martinez. I watched Emi Martinez last week win Goalkeeper of the Year. In the whole world. Goalkeeper of the Year, Emi Martinez. The guy you binned. And I got a goalkeeper who thinks he's Superman at Newcastle. This is the upgrade I've waited 4 years for. You got rid of the World Cup winning goalkeeper to bring in some brother because it's your brethren, your compadre. That's what Statue of Liberty settings. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a credit, road to success. H just said Raya's better than Martinez and Ramsdale. Honestly, H, I'm struggling. I hope you're trolling. H, let me go. H, please tell me you're trolling me. He just said Raya's better than Martinez. Like, I hope, if you're joking, I've got it wrong. That I'm at the wrong angle here. But if you're being serious, I honestly, I don't know what to say to you, H. H, honestly, NBA's on. Right now, I think. Phoenix, just go and watch some NBA and forget this game. If you think David Raya's better than Emi Martinez, I don't know what you've been watching. I really don't. I'm struggling. I'm struggling with this team. I'm struggling with this manager. They're lucky that we've got Burnley next week, but we've got Sevilla in midweek. Brian said Joe Linton is the type of midfielder we need. No fluff, strictly business. Havertz did more than anyone else attacking-wise. Listen, when the standard's on the floor, bro, it ain't difficult. An ant's higher than the floor. He's just slightly above the floor. It doesn't mean it's good enough. Yeah, you could probably say Havertz one of our best players today. But when I'm going to give Saka and players like that 3s out of 10 in player rating. So, yeah, Havertz might get a 4.5 or a 5. Still ain't good enough, bro. That ain't the way we can justify him as a player for 65 million. Alfred, imagine coming in, getting rid of old Deadwood to turn around and buy younger Deadwood. Selling Balogun and Xhaka to weaken the team with 200 mil. Declan Rice, mate, he must want to go back to West Ham. He's doing more running playing for us. Richard said, our Arsenal Football Club is, Xhaka has 5-ish seasons, we keep him, has his best ever season, and we sell him. Now he's balling in Germany. In open play, see, there's no team that plays well, 38 out of 38. City lost to Wolves. Doesn't justify robbery because you play bad. Yes, our team is worse, granted. Listen, do you know what? I totally agree. You can't play well every week. We played terrible against West Ham. We played terrible today, despite the robbery, right? We played bad at the end of the Forest game, conceded, nearly drew. We played bad at the end of the Fulham game and drew. We played bad against Lens and lost. That's 5. Man City game, we dug deep defensively. Going forward, we weren't great. There is at least half a dozen games this season we haven't played well. It's too many. It's too many, right? We've only played, 10, 11 Premier League games? There's at least 4 or 5 bad Premier League performances. Concept, no other top team has as many passengers as us. Vibes FC, players like Holding and El Neni, Jorginho, Eddie. It's no surprise we've gone backwards with signings like Havertz. The warning signs were there with Thomas Partey and Gabriel Jesus. You're totally right, mate. You train well, you smile a lot. This manager will give you a new deal. Sam said, I see plenty of Eddie and Ketias at Power League. Yeah. They run around a lot and don't do much. Go Steele. Got out of jail against Spurs and Chelsea. Deflected shot against City. It's been coming. Your luck ran out. Even against Man United. 2 inches from Garnacho being offside and being onside and we lose. Have we really controlled any big game this season and showed our quality? Miss said, a quality striker would have turned that Eddie airball into a dangerous shot on target. That's the key difference. Fraud Teta pretends not to see. He won't mention Eddie in the press conference. He won't mention him. Ghosted, that ball was out of play, end of story. And I agree with that. Listen, I said plenty at the time about the referees and the cheating and the scandal. But you got to look in the mirror. If we played well today and the ref did that to us, I would be in absolute meltdown right now. But we were garbage today. We were absolutely rubbish. We could play till Wednesday, we wouldn't score. They won every single header. The keeper had one shot on target in 90 minutes. It was pathetic. It was pathetic. Our midfield today cost £200 million. £180 million. Declan Rice, he's going to have a bad back. He carried them for 90 minutes. Declan Rice was absolutely brilliant today. Deserves so much credit. But the rest of them, people saying that's Havertz's best game. I mean, he might have been the best of a bad bunch, but that level is still not good enough. It's not good enough at all. And for me, I would be putting in a plan of action that I'm having conversations if I'm the owner. I'm ringing up Zidane, Mancini, Ancelotti, and I'm saying, what's your plans in the summer? Because if this manager takes us backwards, which it looks like he is, we should not just sit here and put up with it and celebrate. Yeah. Being overly negative is just as bad as being overly positive. Be constructive, be honest, find the balance, try and move the club forward. Yeah, we were robbed today, absolutely robbed. But we were shocking, and we've been pretty average for most of this season. You should not spend £210 million and look worse. We look worse than last season. Xhaka was better than Havertz. We look far better. You keep telling us Eddie's good enough. Eddie is not good enough. You keep telling us Havertz is having good moments. Havertz ain't doing nothing. You give Jorginho the captain's armband of Arsenal Football Club. That guy is a Chelsea reject, a Chelsea agent. Nearly 32 years of age, past his best. He should be playing in Saudi or in the MLS or in a mid-table team in Serie A. Not starting for Arsenal wearing the armband. But our fan base lap it up on social media and take it all, take the crumbs off the plate. And that's why we don't win trophies. We're also rants. We're the guy in lane 7 who gets a personal best but finishes 6th. And no one cares about it. Rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Arsenal Therapy, 2 p.m. tomorrow. Keep it locked. Make sure you click the link. Join me on Bleacher Report. I'll be there in about 2 minutes. 30 more minutes of reaction. Let me get through your super chats. I don't want to miss them. Bladderball said Arsenal woeful, but Big C and the community class. Absolute legends, every single one of you. Trixie said, you man still trying to say no team wins every game. Spinning some crap. You need to wake up. This team is garbage. Blink twice. Saka's going to be 50-year-old. Stop wasting our talent. That's why Saka signed a 4-year deal with no option, because he knows in 2 years he'll start looking. Ghosted, moving the ball from out of play to offside and foul doesn't exist. Corruption, so they don't have the last thing on the screen, the ball out of play. Concept, man talking about City losing. When City lose, they should win. We've been winning when we should be losing. Paper over the cracks, stung Corsi, and you're spot on. They lost to us. We got a lucky deflected goal. They lost to Wolves. They battered them. You know what I mean? When we lose, we stink. And we stunk today. Listen, people, thank you very much for tuning in. Absolute legends, all of you. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. I'll be on Bleacher Report in the next couple of minutes. Take care. Arsenal Therapy, 2 p.m. We've been done. We've been done by the ref, but we've also done ourselves. We stunk out St. James's Park. Horrible. See you tomorrow, Arsenal Therapy. Bless.